don't gotta tell me I'm the truth, I already knew. Pull up in a Billy coupe, then a cockatoo.
Girl, don't call my phone, I know where you been. You like to get messy when you out with your friends. I'm not scared to say that I'm insecure. But you're too scared to say that you want more. Girl, don't call my phone, I know where you been. You like to get messy when you out with your friends. I'm not scared to say that I'm insecure. But you're too scared to say that you want more.
You don't gotta tell me I'm the truth, I already knew. Pull up in a Billy coupe, then a cockatoo. You don't gotta tell me I'm the truth, I already knew. Pull up in a Billy coupe, then a cockatoo. You don't gotta tell me I'm the truth, I already knew. Pull up in a Billy coupe, then a cockatoo. You don't gotta tell me I'm the truth, I already knew. Pull up in a Billy coupe, then a cockatoo.
Yo, what's up, pups? How's everybody doing, man? Yeah. Where in the world are you? I hope everybody is safe out there. It is freaking crazy. One of my best friends, you guys have seen him on my Instagram. You guys should be following me at Mr. Sam Wolf on Instagram. His name's Vi. He left for Dubai last week, so he's in the middle of it right now, man. So I hope you guys are safe. I know some of you guys are like Dubai or Middle East or whatever. So let me know in the chat where you guys are at. Shit is crazy, man. Things got crazy, didn't they? They got crazy really fast. It's spectacular. Your brother's there? Oh shit. Yeah, man. I feel you. It's crazy. Well, we got a blood moon coming tomorrow. So I think that it doesn't mean that this whole thing's over. I think there may be a lot more to this than we realize. But maybe we have some interesting event that happens tomorrow. All right. It's a ritualized event, probably most likely, if you know what, how to look at, how the elites run things, so to speak, right? They're very sacrificial. They're old cult from way back in the day. The elites are. So it should be really interesting what they decide to do. All right. But I do think that whatever it is going to be a bottom of some kinds. Hang on a sec. This is jammed. What's this happening? Whatever it is, it's going to be some kind of bottom of that, man. I think that markets are going to go crazy. All right. I do. I really believe that. I think it's going to be some kind of bottom for markets, okay? So either the bottom's already in or the bottom's coming in terms of markets. Today we're just going to go look at the war. We're going to see what's going on. Tomorrow I'm going to do another update video, a deeper dive in the markets. We'll also look at some charts with the private members. But let's see what's going on, man. Let's get up to speed with what's been happening so far, and we'll talk a little bit about what could happen. And we'll look at some of the conspiracy theories, some of the craziness that's out there, and some of the numerology and what some people have been saying. Yeah? So we're just going to chill. I was kind of doom scrolling on Twitter for a little bit, and I was like, let me just do this with you guys because it's really interesting. Pavel Durov, you guys know who that is, right? That is the founder of Ton and Telegram. Okay? He says, unfortunately, I had to leave Dubai for Europe a week ago, so I'm not only missing the free fireworks from Iran, but also exposing myself to greater risk. Given Europe's crime rates, Dubai is statistically safer even with missiles flying. Can't wait to be back. That's a little bit out of touch. I mean, maybe he works for the government, and they want him to post something good. He's like, I'm missing the free fireworks. Bro, I think some of those fireworks might have taken somebody out. So I don't know. How many? Here, give me the number. Pavel Durov. Why is this thing like this right now? Come here. All right, that's a little better, I guess. Yeah, it's a morning stream. I guess for you guys it's like 9 something Pacific Standard right now. What's up, Look Left? Salty Dog. Shishio. Wolf 47 Visions. What's up? We're going to make it, dude. We're going to make it just fine, all right? What's up, Super Snake, John Rico, Manicot, T.S. Pedro. Thanks so much. Hit the like button, everybody. There's a planetary alignment. Yeah, man. Was a couple of days ago when all this kind of started. It was crazy. So what's up, Ram? Good to see you. We're going to look at some conspiracy theories and some numerology as well. So that should be interesting. Here we go. So this was just posted today or yesterday. This is by Alter Ego. He says 47th president, March 3rd, 407 days since inauguration. There will be 303 days left on 3/3, which is tomorrow, okay? That's 303 days left for his presidency. 598 days since assassination attempt on 7/13/2024. Donald Trump, the numerology of his name equals 589. And I think 589 is also the number the XRP community has as their goal, right? As their target price. All right. So 3/3, blood moon lunar eclipse. Trump is born on a lunar eclipse, by the way. I think it's is it June something of 1946? Well, here it is right here. 7/13. You guys can look it up. He was born on a blood moon. Or he was born on a lunar eclipse. I think he was born on a blood moon, too. It's really fascinating, this whole Trump stuff, man. It's kind of surreal. He's born on a lunar... Who's born on a lunar eclipse? That's fucking crazy. So some people speculate it's the last president. 9/11/322. I don't know. Maybe you guys can make sense of it. What do you guys think of this numerology? Have you guys been keeping track of some of this stuff? It is interesting, all right? It's definitely interesting. Come here, buddy. What is people saying here? Towers closed, 207 1 week. Okay. Mayday, Mayday. Huh. Okay. So this person wrote 91,188 days since Declaration of Independence was signed. Yeah, born on a blood moon. I think Donald Trump's born on a blood moon lunar eclipse. All right, which is surreal. If you think about what are the chances of that, right? Speaking of conspiracy theories, new bear video Mariah dropped 2 hours ago. Yeah, we might have to check out some Atropa stuff. Got some crazy conspiracies going on over there too. Lots of codes within codes. Yeah, definitely. Okay, maybe we'll come back to this. So here's another one. This is by Paul White Gold Eagle. Paul Gold Eagle. He says it's almost here. March 3rd, blood moon. It's tomorrow, guys. In the early hours of March 3rd, the moon will slip completely into Earth's shadow and glow in deep crimson red during peak totality. This is rare and powerful lunar eclipse will be visible across the United States with timing depending on your time zone. From the west coast before dawn to the east coast near sunrise, sky watchers will have a chance to witness this breathtaking celestial event. Set your alarms, find a clear dark spot, get your cameras ready. Moments like this don't happen often. When they do, they remind us how incredible our universe is. So now, just so I understand this, chat, is a blood moon only something Americans are going to see? Or if I get up at the right time, can I see it as well? Like, what's the deal with this? This is saying that Pacific, 3 a.m., so that would be, for me, 11 a.m. But does that mean that... yeah, so I won't be able to see it, right? Or does it not work like that? Hang and be patient. Yeah, what's up? I don't know how that works. Let me look it up, okay? Oh, you can't see it here in Europe. Okay, got you. That's what I thought. Okay, so listen, this is going to be a ritual for the U.S., okay? And this is going to be a really important transition point, for sure. They're going to do something for sure. You guys should try to see it. I do think, like I said, I think that whatever's going to happen, whatever ritual moment they're going to create for tomorrow, or that'll be tonight, right? Or in the morning. Maybe it's like a last strike where they take out somebody important. Somebody valuable gets unalived. I don't know what it could be, right? I'm assuming it's going to be some kind of sacrifice. Maybe it's a good guy. Maybe it's a bad guy. It's all scripted, to be honest, in some ways. That'll mark probably the bottom. Okay, now we could get a flash crash on it, of course. So maybe, Tuesday we get that. My recommendation would be not financial advice to to go in, right? Because that's what I'm preparing for, to be ready about it, okay? And I go in more detail about it in our private members group. So you can just click join down below, and then you can get into the private Telegram and be part of the private members TA videos, which will be really helpful to know what's happening in the charts. Let's see. In once in a lifetime blood moon. It's the most important spiritual event in modern history. Millions of people are about to wake up. Change is coming. Don't miss it. They're going to do something, man. I don't know what it could be. All right. Some people are saying it could be a political unaliving of somebody, whether that's the U.S. or somewhere, maybe Middle East. I don't know, right? We don't know, but it'll be something. And then I think what'll happen, and this is kind of like me theorizing. This is my theory, okay? You guys want to hear my theory really quick, okay? I think that what they're realizing when I thought about, like, my friend is in Dubai, and I know people in different places who are like, oh, I want to get out of here and come to where you are. Everybody wants to come where I am, because actually where I am in Europe is probably historically one of the safest places in the world, okay? It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site because it's never been touched, barely. I think on accident it got scraped a little during one of the world wars, but it's a incredibly safe place, which is one of the reasons I picked it in terms of, like, if you're going to be in Europe, I would say you'd want to be around where I am probably. All right, from here through the Balkans, I would think, from here south. But, like, people want to leave right now, and people are trying to leave, and they can't leave. And some people want to leave, but they can't take anything with them. So what does that tell you? Like, if you have gold or silver, you have valuables, you have cash, you can't take it, man. They'll take it at the airport. They'll arrest you. They'll blah, blah, blah. Like, these countries are insane. So what everyone's going to realize is they're going to want digital currency, okay? Now, Bitcoin, of course, but maybe altcoins. I hope you understand where I'm going with this, that crypto is about to have a resurrection, I believe. Okay, so obviously something crazy could happen today, tomorrow, gnarly, whatever, but it's not going to be the end of the world. I think it's going to be the beginning of the phoenix rising from the ashes for crypto, okay? Because a lot of people, I think, are going to move valuables into cryptocurrency, realizing that they may have to leave. That, now that people's minds are thinking like that, they'll be like, oh, you know what, maybe this Bitcoin thing's actually a really good idea. Or maybe, holding, an altcoin or new layer one could have even more upside, as well as being able to transport my valuables and my wealth with me if I need to leave or wherever you need to go. Because what are you going to, like, that's why I never understood the gold people or these people. Like, it's one thing trading it, but how are you going to take it? I guess you could wear all the jewelry, right? A lot of people in the old world do that, like India, China. They just wear all the chains, right? You can fly through the airport. But you can't throw your gold coins in your luggage. I mean, you'd probably be robbed, without a doubt. I mean, my jewelry was stolen just going through Miami airport, let alone, like, you're going through with gold fucking bars and shit, or your silver. All my chains, I had, like, really cool, like, silver jewelry. They took it at customs. And they didn't. I mean, they stole it, not took it. I mean, they just stole it. It wasn't there when I opened my suitcase at in Miami. My family's in Miami, and so Bitcoin's going to be the way to go, or digital currency, digital crypto assets. So what I think is going to happen is we're going to have a volatile move in crypto. Now, of course, there may be some negative news today, tomorrow, whatever. That's going to wrap up this sacrificial point of this blood moon. But I would buy that dip, okay? Because I think we're going to go up pretty hard. All right, I don't think we have a long bear market ahead of us. Now, if we get something really gnarly in the next day or two, maybe we go a little sideways for a little bit for a second. But I'm going to be on stream. I'm going to let you guys know what I think. At least the private members are going to get my clear, like, this is the bottom kind of thing. But generally think that there's a lot of upside coming. Okay. What I think of the Head and Shoulders breakdown on others saying? Do you think it will have an effect on PLS? Yeah. I think that it'll be across the board. People will move into digital assets. It'll be coordinated. Okay. Big institutions as well will move into it. It's hard to say. Does it trickle all the way down to Pulse and all that? Well, I'm betting on it because I'm already in Pulse, so I benefit if it does. Yeah. The sun shall be turned to darkness, the moon to blood, before the day of the Lord comes, a great and magnificent day. Okay, but that's a little much. Wait, I don't think it's the end of the world. I'm not a big end of the world guy kind of thing. I think things are always transitioning and in flux, but I'm not one of those like prepper end of the world kind of guys. So that's not like my thing. I'm a very hopeful person. I'm very bullish. These are can't play that. These are people outside. I think the consulate in Tehran, Iran or Iran, like Americans like to say. See what Grok says. They'll tell you maybe. Oh, this is in Los Angeles, outside the American, is it Iranian embassy or something? People are celebrating. This is great for the people, of course. I hope it's long-lived, but it's brutal right now what's going on. Most people don't even realize that Iranians are not Muslim by nature. Okay, it's just like anywhere in the world you see it. It was forced upon the people not too long ago. They're mostly Zoroastrian, Christians, Jews. It's a very cool society. I think Americans would like Iranians. I'm stacking till the end. We're just living the fourth turning. Yeah, exactly. Somebody said, that's kind of a joke. New York financier Jeffrey has been unalived by a missile in Tel Aviv. No, I don't think so.
Well, this is Brunello
Defense
Cucinelli.
contractors.
The shirt I
Love
have made
matters.
from Bud in
What's
London.
up?
They customize
Welcome to
it
the
out of
club.
oil. Be nice and thin, and you sweat and you don't know it. The pants are Moss and Hoffman. The shoes are by the Coach shoemaker and silk damask.
Got
over
gold
here
chains
we've
on
got
his
a
ankle.
bracelet with 138
Okay, so this could be a way to travel with your gold and silver, like what this guy's doing.
carats of diamonds. I have my Rodney special on, Super 7, all the quartz healing. My 70th birthday present.
But trust me, guys, if shit hits the fan, you don't want to travel around looking like this. Like, you're going to have your shit, it's going to be taken off you pretty quick.
My 30th birthday present. Some service stripes I earned. And my retirement fund. Looking pretty sharp yourself.
That's where his seed word phrase is, somewhere in this guy.
Up there.
Yep, it does. Very nice.
Glad to be in my hometown of Tulsa.
Hey, Joe, what do you tell me about what you're wearing?
Well, this is Brunello Cucinelli. The shirt I had made from Bud in London. They custom made it out of oil. I mean,
Custom made it out of what?
nice and thin, and you sweat and you don't know it. The pants are Moss and Hoffman. The shoes are by the Coach shoemaker.
God, everything is just awful on this
Silk
guy.
damask. I don't know it.
I mean, the coat's nice. Okay, I'll give him that. The coat's pretty cool.
The pants are Moss and Hoffman.
His pants are too skinny for you, bro. Way, way, way too skinny for you. What a trip. Liberace. Oh, man. It's going to get gnarly. Is that Richard Hart's dad? He looks like he's a walking trans flag. He got them no place like home shoes on. Oh, fucking shoes.
I earned. And my present.
See the shoes again. This is ridiculous. Yo, what's up, Josh Grays? How you doing, man? How you doing? Okay, so Dubai influencers, I saw some of these, and I was like, why are these videos so creepy? So apparently these guys work for Dubai, right? Like, you guys understand when Tate converted to the religion of the area, he's probably getting paid to do that. It was part of marketing, right? Because he's now part of an influence to young men, teenagers, and 20-somethings all over the world, right? So smart people, they work with him, right? So they probably pay him to say like he converted or whatever. I never believed he did.
It's very relaxing dog walking. The best, safest thing in the world, Dubai. I ain't leaving Dubai. I love you more. Look at the facts, guys. One fatality. People across all 6 golf courses.
I don't.
One. All right, people sure. It's very relaxing dog walking. The best, safest thing in the world, Dubai.
It's ridiculous, right? They kind of all came out in unison. So I remember seeing both these guys' videos, and I was like, what? I'm talking to other friends I know there, and everyone's freaking out. On the same narrative that Dubai is safe, they say EU media attack to damage Dubai's perception. I mean, yeah. More important than labels is quality fabric and great tailoring. Ensuring your suit is your complexion. Calvin Klein's no friend of mine. Don't want nobody's name on my behind. Yeah, quality fabric's good. It depends what circles you're in. Like, I mean, look, here's how it works. If you're if you are wealthy and you're around genuine wealth, then you don't need labels, okay? If you're at the club, then it's a different environment, right? Like, depending on who you're talking to, people don't know your value. If people know you, they know your value, in a lot of wealthy environments, like a lot of people don't think about this, but you have to be somebody to get in those environments, right? If you're hanging around in like the kind of place where you don't need to wear labels, well, other people there know, like, for you to even be in that environment, you have to be somebody. Like, for example, have you guys ever been to a high status like event? Like, if you're a man, and I've been to some in Miami, I've been in when I visited my friends in Wall Street, I've been to some pretty like interesting events and places, and LA a couple times. Okay, so when you're at one of these events, it's the same theory like this. Like, if you're a man and you're just like nobody at the time, but you're there, you will have 9s and 10s talking to you like you've never had them speak to you before. Like, they'll be so nice. Why are they nice to you? Because they don't know who you are. And their assumption is, this guy's at this event, he must be somebody, but I don't know who he is. Okay? So at those events, you don't need labels. Okay? But that's how it works as you get into the high status environments. Like, everyone's like, if you've ever been, you'll know what I'm talking about. Like, normally 9s and 10s wouldn't talk to you or open you. But when you're at those kind of events, they do, because they're curious. Like, who are you? Like, who's this guy? And obviously they find out you're nobody, and they'll just be like, okay, they'll fuck off, right? Just to be a member. Yeah. But, you have to be smart as well. If you're in the common areas of your town and you want to meet people, you might have to like show, something. If you're a guy trying to meet girls, I mean, if you're 20 years old, you can be cute. When you're my age, you got to show. Girls want to know what you do. Do you have money? Like, I mean, sorry, that's the truth. That's the world we live in. Girls want resources. So you got to be able to show something, right? But at certain circles, once you get up in them, no, you don't need to show it. Just by you default being and existing in those circles is enough. Yeah, like, and plus the average person, a peasant, doesn't know good material. So like, they only know labels. But as you move up into higher echelons of society, they can tell good material. I mean, that's the way it is, right? But a peasant girl doesn't fucking know. She wants to know, like, you got money, so you got to show something, right? I had lunch with a chick at her dad's country club, and the bill was $350. Yeah. So that kind of environment. Like, this shirt I'm wearing, okay? It's like Italian linen. This shirt was 350 euros, okay? Has no labels on it. And I'd probably look broke to a peasant, but someone who knows material or nice clothes might see this and go like, whoa, that's a very nice like thing, right? But there's no labels on it. But 350 euros, all right? Like handmade Italian wool, linen, right? It depends. Like, I wouldn't wear this to a club, or like, because an idiot wouldn't know, but I would wear it to the country club, like what's his name was saying, or a nice place, because then people would recognize, like, oh, that's something nice. As a man, you just have to know that. You have to know where you are and where you're going, and like, what's the deal, right?
What
currently at an event where hundreds of women hold their babies into the air to show that they're willing to offer their children.
A peasant. I don't know what the right word is. Like a commoner, a peasant. I'm a peasant. I grew up a peasant. I just went through a phase where I made some money. So human sacrifice is like a real thing. This was, I think this was from this summer, where people were saying they would offer their kids as martyrs.
For God and for Imam Hussein. All of that goes back to the legendary Battle of Karbala, where Imam Hussein, the Islamic Republic.
I'm not going to get too deep into this, but child sacrifice was a way of the old world. Okay. And a lot of religions and customs come from that old world. And what made Christianity special was that there is no sacrifice of animals or humans for your cause or for anything. It was the only religion in the world, by the way, that came up with that concept. Okay? Obviously, in the East, we had Buddhism, some other things as well that were different. I'm kind of talking about what we know in, what we call the Indo-Aryan, sphere or whatever, right? But even in this religion, sacrifice of animals or your children is okay, or yourself, right? And it's fascinating. Obviously, Judaism also does sacrifices, and we see on the Epstein thing there was also another level to that as well, right? But Christianity does not allow there's no such thing as blood sacrifice. Christ was the only one. That's it. And these mythologies came from a world where you have to understand the whole world was run with sacrifice. Everyone believed that, sacrificing of some higher animal or whatever, or an enemy or your own children would appease the gods, right? And, depends what you're into. Yeah. That's 350. I just saw this. I don't know, but I guess people are trying to get in bomb shelters. I don't know what this is. What is this? I haven't gotten to prove everything. But, I don't know what's going on.
Is
this recent? So, what's this from? It's not really relevant right now. U.S. strikes Iran on their 9/11. Now an impossible eclipse is just hours away. This is kind of interesting. A woman says a U.S. strike on Iran landed on the 11th day of the 9th month on Iran's calendar, the Shabbat before Purim. Trump began his State of the Union at 9:11 p.m. in front of 119th Congress. Now March 3rd brings a blood moon peaking at 3:33. 3:33 what? Eastern, Pacific? I don't know. With a six-planet alignment forming what astronomers call a planetary parade. She says a significant event is coming. A lot of people have been saying that, right? And it would make sense for this to culminate with something. Let's see what she has to say.
Selenelian. Listen up.
I didn't listen to this whole thing yet, so I don't know what she's going to say. That's why we're doomscrolling.
I find it not a coincidence at all that the U.S. decided to strike Iran today, because it is the 11th day out of the 9th month on their calendar, which makes it 9/11. Nor is it a coincidence that Trump started his State of the Union address at 9/11 p.m. and in front of the 119th Congress. Now a pretty significant event is about to happen on March the 3rd. It is a blood moon, and like I said, for the past 3 years there has been a blood moon on Purim, and this is the last one. And it will peak at 6:33 Eastern Time and 3:33 Pacific Standard Time. But that's not the wildest part. This article says, see the impossible as sunrise and a total lunar eclipse appear at the same time on March the 3rd. A rare atmospheric effect called selenelian, where people will be able to see a rising sun and a blood moon at the same time. The entire eclipse is going to be visible in the pink, but people on the East Coast are going to be able to see this. This is literally called an impossible eclipse. And it's happening March the 3rd. We all know Iran Supreme Leader Khamenei was executed today.
Can we normalize not putting fucking so much background music on news clips? Like, for the love of God.
And he was born on an annual solar eclipse. And we know the day Donald Trump was born, there was a blood moon.
Wait, what? Are you fucking kidding me? You've got to be kidding me. That this guy Khomeini was born on an eclipse. Donald Trump was born on a blood moon, and Netanyahu was also born on an eclipse. What are the fucking chances? Is this for real?
Benjamin Netanyahu, there was an annual solar eclipse when he was born.
There's no
now,
way.
is this a sign of what's coming next? I don't know. But we know that the Lord said that there would be signs in the sky. Also, the U.S. just so happened to strike on the Shabbat before Purim. And tonight is the 6th planet alignment that forms a planetary parade. There is literally so many signs in the sky right now. This blood moon coming up seems to be more significant than people want to believe, especially when this is turning out to be the impossible eclipse.
That's crazy, man. That shit is crazy if that's true.
Listen up. I find it not a coincidence.
The mathematical probability of these coincidences overlapping at this exact frequency is becoming harder to ignore. Yeah, it's... What the fuck? New leader and... Whaley, I think this guy... some people are just so daft. Do you understand? It wasn't these eclipses. The fact that all three of these fucking leaders involved are all born on an eclipse or a blood moon. That's uncanny, you fucking moron. It's absolutely anomaly. Like, what the fuck? This had to be set up. Can you post a video link of this one? Yeah.
Coincidence at all that the U.S. decided to strike Iran today, because it is the 11th day out of the 9th.
Put it in the chat. There you go. Yo, what's up, Hex Wizard? How you doing? What's up? Everybody smash the like button. Let's see what's going on. All right. Wei did a recap on everything that happened over the last couple of days. He said Iran hit 14 countries in one night. Here's what happened. Israel, 9 dead. Beit Shemesh flattened by ballistic missiles. What's Beit Shemesh? I don't know what that is. Am I supposed to know? It's a city. They flattened a city. What? Oh yeah. And only 9 people got killed. That's sad, but like crazy. Okay, it hit in there. It didn't flatten the whole city, but that's crazy. Okay. UAE, Burj Al Arab on fire, Abu Dhabi, 1 dead, 7 injured. That's pretty amazing considering how much madness we saw there. Dubai, airport concourse hit, 4 wounded, flights in chaos. Bahrain, U.S. Navy 5th Fleet headquarters, massive fire, black smoke visible for miles. Bahrain, stray missile hit an apartment block full of civilians. Kuwait, airport missile struck, Ali Al Salam air base bombed. In Qatar, El Udeid Air Force Base hit the largest U.S. base in the entire Middle East. Saudi Arabia, Riyadh explosions at night. Saudi prince secretly asked Trump to bomb Iran first. What? Yeah, sure. Somebody see if you can fact check that clip. Saudi Arabia, Riyadh explosions at night. Saudi prince secretly, Jordan, ballistic missiles intercepted, burning to be rained on civilian areas. Iraq, U.S. military bases across the country targeted. Oman struck Iranian missiles. Syria targeted in the wave. Cyprus, RAF at Croatia, UK base directly hit. UK and NATO allies military base attacked. France, Camp de la Paix and UAE struck. Italy, NATO camp at Ali Al Salam in Kuwait bombed. Aftermath, oil is up 13% in one day. Spiked, gold surging past 5,300. Strait of Hormuz disrupted. 20% of the world's oil flows through it. Flights suspended across the Gulf. 170 ballistic missiles fired in 24 hours. The Saudi prince asked the U.S. to start this war. Iran made sure everyone around him paid the price. This is not a regional conflict. It's the beginning of something much bigger. I agree it's the start of something much bigger. But I want to say in terms of the market, that once the initial shock fades away, markets will rally and go up, okay? I'm convinced of that looking back at, all previous conflicts. So you want to buy the invasion, you want to buy the attack, you want to buy the initial shock, you know what I mean? So I made a post last night about the blood moon. Last year's blood moon happened, and we got 2 more weeks of down market and then a rise to all-time high. Yeah, and that's what I was saying earlier. I was like, look, you could have another event happen tomorrow, and you may have another week or 2 of buying opportunities in front of you before it reverses, but we're in that vicinity of like, get ready, because I think it's going to be up only for a while, and it's going to start a lot sooner than people realize. That's just kind of my theory right now. Supposedly Iran bombed all the countries that are owned by the death cult. Interesting. Wonder who Iran works for. Usually oil peaking is the start of the recession and start of new cycle kind of thing. Yeah, it all seems kind of scripted, huh? Like casualties are like extraordinarily low. Maybe they hit places they needed to hit. There were strategic reasons, places to hit for a reason. The people ruling Iran are paid for by the U.S. The U.S. gave them $400 million under the African president. What was his name? Barack? Or no, he's born in Indonesia. I don't remember where. So obviously they were hired by, a joint Israeli-U.S. group and put there. Because the people never wanted him, but somehow he was able to always stay in power. So I think there's something going on here, something really coordinated, really weird going on for sure. Maybe they're using Iran to try to lure China and Russia into a bigger thing. I don't know. Iran is soloing in the Middle East, which is crazy. Yeah. Well, Persians aren't Muslim, man. Saudi Aramco facilities got hit today as well. Yeah, I saw that. One of the biggest petroleum processing plants. Proxy war with China. Maybe. Something's going on. Something's being set up here. Syrian girl says what? The UAE will run out of water. People are already panic buying water. Tap water isn't drinkable. Bottled water has to be shipped in. Airways are closed. Sea of Hormuz are closed. Nothing's coming in. It's a desert. The government instructed people not to panic buy, which means they know they will run out of water. I speak from personal experience. When I lived in the UAE as a child and war broke out in the region, everyone panicked about water, and there was none left for the rest of us. Who thought it was a good idea to stick 9 million foreigners in the desert? The same people who invented the UAE in the first place. Nature was always going to reclaim that place. Okay, that's being a little dramatic, but okay.
So I'm in the supermarket right now, and there's panic buying going on. I've never seen the supermarket so busy. Normal water. Smoke. Look at the size of it.
Extra crypto, no.
So after the supermarket,
no.
we came to fill up.
2 controls the money.
And the 2 is massive again, yeah.
You don't need the
yeah,
oil.
people are panicking, definitely. There's big bang sound above our head all morning, so it is scary, I'm not gonna lie. All over you. So wait. So I'm in the supermarket right now.
Yeah, it's probably pretty scary out there, of course. Just filter tap water. You could, if you had a really great filtration system, if you had like a really good camping, like something you would use in the wild on a camping trip or at a river, you might be able to. They have their desalination plants that are fully operational. It depends. I mean, if power goes down, if they get struck by a rocket, then the desalination plants are down. You got to realize. Crazy. There's some stones they can buy. What? Oh. Yeah, no more eggs. It's like tons of fucking eggs. What's she talking about? That's what I thought when I saw it. I'm like, she's so dramatic. There's no eggs. Yeah, everybody's bought the cheap eggs. Then you got to buy the organic eggs. Usually midterms year, you see a bounce in Bitcoin around March, but I still see us dumping back after this relief rally.
Il n'y a plus d'eau. Camilla, il n'y a plus d'eau. Aïe, il n'y a plus d'eau. Ah si, il y en a là. Ouf, ouf, il y a de l'eau. Allez, cristalline. Ah ouais, cristalline. Allez. Les rayons, ils sont vides. Les gens, ils se... Vous savez, là, normalement, c'est fermé. Les gens, ils remplissent des caddies. Donc, tout ce qui est première nécessité, c'est vide. Vide, les pâtes. Tout le monde achète.
Today.
I don't know what to believe anymore, right? Like, I was watching some videos of like saying like Dubai's fine, everything's great, and then I messaged my buddies, and they're like, no, things are not fine. There's bombs going off in our over our heads. We don't know what to do. So it's really weird because I was kind of joking with one of my buddies, and he's like, no, dude, this is serious. Like, we're freaking out. Like there's bombs going off. I'm like, oh, really? I was like, oh, because then you get on X and some people are like, oh, it's totally fine. We're at restaurants. Everything's great. No, I don't know what to believe anymore, all this shit. It's fucking crazy. Toilet paper is going to be gone. Yeah, get toilet paper, man. People forget that shit. Can I get that toilet paper? They attacked a U.S. embassy in Pakistan. I haven't seen this whole clip yet. There's gunfire, so just be warned, okay? Yeah, apparently I got to tell you guys if there's gunfire or possible fatality. So there's possible fatalities in gunfire. So, you should look away or turn it off if you can't handle it. Is this are they running away from the embassy? Oh, they tried to get in the embassy? Is that what happened?
Hamza.
Oh, they tried to get in?
Inna lillahi wa inna उठाओ इसको उठाओ छोड़ो इसको उठाओ यार छोड़ो इसको डंडे को उठाओ इसको लेके जाओ.
Oh, that's bad. A lot of people don't understand how powerful those rifles are that Marines carry, or any military. As if it's like handguns, it's one thing, okay? You don't want to get hit by those, but those, when you got like soldiers carrying any kind of rifle, man, you don't want to get hit. You just want to go the opposite direction. Those are high velocity rounds. They'll just open you up, man. It's not good. Not good, man. I don't know what's going on. So, why are they attacking the embassy? They're just kind of retaliating against. This is there's some fighter planes that have gone down. Okay, this is a fighter plane coming down. Now, I think the pilot had ejected. Okay, that's crazy. Multiple jets downed. We have too many pilots parachuting for one plane. I can see at least 3 or 4, and one jet can house only a pilot and weapons engineer max. It doesn't look like it does not. I don't know what's going on. Maybe you guys probably know more of the story. What's going on? 2 different jets. How'd they shoot him down? Who shot him down? Definitely not on my holiday list. The big man. My brother said he's fine in Dubai. He saw a couple in the sky. Apparently, it was just debris from the drones. Okay. I'd rather be in Europe than Dubai. Everyone is saying that Europe is cooked. Yeah, I like where I am. Like, I'm not in a rush to go to Dubai. This is called Iran Military Monitor. They just like post stuff about like Iran, I guess. They're saying that some schools got hit in Iran, and that I mean, if so, that's really sad. Like 150 kids. It was an all-girls school. They bombed an all-girls school by accident. Not by accident. I mean, who knows what they're trying to do? What's going on? He was our dear leader. So obviously the more extremist religious groups in Iran, or the Islamic groups, they were pro the Shah, not Shah, I'm sorry, the Ayatollah? Who's it? I don't know exactly, some kind of religious ruler kind of thing, right? So a lot of people were really in, a small group, obviously, really into him. Most people were very against things like that. Okay, so yeah, I mean, they're saying on their Twitter, they're like, any mafia regime that hosts U.S. military bases used to carry out attacks against us has, by its own decision, assumed the risks that follow. So, oh man. I mean, look, they're bombing civilian centers in Iran. They bombed an all-girls school. Look, man, this is horrific. This is horrific, okay? This is obviously a residential building where like people are living. It's on fire. I mean, this is bad. I just found this Twitter today. I don't know if this is government or what's going on, right? Let's see. This is the airport in Dubai. This is today, man. Look, there are some flights, I think, leaving, but it's like very few. And I think it seems like people are just willing to get on any flight they can get on. That's crazy. Imagine just waiting. You're just like, I'll take any flight. In the north, there's Afghanistan. In the east is Pakistan. The west is Iran. To the south is desert. Wealthy expats are willing to pay as much as $500,000 per person to escape. No, they're not. Are you serious? Is this for real? Just go to a hotel in the middle of the desert, hotel lost in the, with a good swimming pool and chill. That would be a good idea, but I doubt there's rooms available, right? To the north, geography is definitely not for everybody. Yeah, some of this is fake. What is this shit? The flights, people are saying there are flights from Abu Dhabi. Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know what the rule is. All work canceled until at least tomorrow. We're getting updates every 7 to 8 hours from our controllers. What? Oman, Iran. $500,000. It's bullshit. You don't know anything about Dubai without telling it to me. Quick hint, neighbors are Oman and Saudi Arabia. Their airports are open, but people are just chilling here. Yeah, I don't know.
There's a prophecy recently commemorated and by Metropolitan Neophytos, which says that one day, this was uttered years ago, 20 years ago, by an ascetic in Crete, Theodore, an ascetic in Crete. He says, one day you'll be sipping coffee. You will hear the news that the Israelis have hit the nuclear program of Persia. That will be when the major worldwide events will start. At the same time, another sign, either shortly before or after, Erdogan, the head of Turkey, will fall, and this will be the sign of the great events that were mentioned in these prophecies.
Και στο τέλος τον παγκόσμιο πόλεμο, ο οποίος ξεκίνησε, όπως είπαμε, από τη Συρία, Ουκρανία, Ισραήλ, αλλά μετά την Περσία, όταν χτυπήσουν το πυρηνικό πρόγραμμα της Περσίας οι Εβραίοι, τόσο η Κίνα όσο και η Ρωσία θα υποχρεωθούν να αντιδράσουν. Οι προφητείες λένε των Αγίων, και πρόσεξε, όχι μόνο των Ελλήνων Αγίων, και των Ρώσων και των Ρουμάνων και των Σέρβων, ότι θα ρίξουν πυρηνικά. Και το εκπληκτικό, ξέρετε τι είναι? Ο Πούτιν και η Κίνα δεν το θέλουν αυτό. Το θέλει πάρα πολύ η νέα τάξη πραγμάτων. Τους εξωθούν. Αυτή είναι η λέξη η ελληνική. Τους πιέζουν.
What do you guys think about that kind of stuff? That clip's been going all around Twitter like crazy. Non-stop.
To provoke
Okay, now we doomscrolling.
Iran or China to retaliate. And our guy, our source, who is a military man.
By the way, this video is from 2010. And this guy, I've seen clips of him. He talked about the zombie apocalypse back then as well. And he described it in full. I don't think this is that video, but he knew everything. I don't even know who he is. But I've seen his clip.
Privately, as convinced as he can be, although this has never been made public and this is not publicly known, that Iran does have nuclear weapons. He believes that they have been provided by China behind the scenes.
Hit the like button.
And all of this is intended because it's all right with these controlling forces that Iran has nuclear weapons because they want them to be used. The plan is for either...
You see that? Something going on, man. These people are psychopaths. All right. They're Luciferians. They're Baal worshippers. All right.
Iran or for China to retaliate after Iran is struck with a nuclear weapon. At that point, there will be a limited nuclear exchange in the Middle East, followed by a ceasefire. He heard this being planned in this meeting. This is being choreographed. It's like the script for a movie. This is exactly what's intended to happen. And then, he said, then the real war starts. Something that would be justifiably called the Third World War with a much more major nuclear exchange. They believe that there is going to be what he called a geophysical event, a major geophysical event. There have been trillions of dollars that have been spent on deep underground bases for some reason which we don't know why it is. That there are repeated cyclical geophysical events about every 11,500 years. Information about what really happened to Atlantis was very probably in the Great Library of Alexandria that burnt down.
All right. I mean, I could do a deep dive on this guy, find his whole clip. He's definitely an interesting guy. I'm not too into the end time things. I know that they're building underground things. But rich people are always building underground things because they use them to party in and they use them to like throw their crazy, where they can privately do their crazy, creepy shit as well. Or if there's a war, there's going to be a war. You know that. I just don't know if it's the end of the world. You know what I mean? But there's always a war. I mean, I can look at history and go like, we had a lot in the past, and we're about just as fucked up as we've ever been. So I can probably predict with 100% certainty we're going to have another war again in the future. And it could be a pretty serious war. Now, having a bunker would be cool. Probably there's some elites that go hang out in their bunker while, there's some war going on. But I don't think it's the end of humanity. I do think that there are geophysical events that happen. There's 11,000. We had the Younger Dryas around that time, 11,500 years ago. And maybe they happen every quarter. So, every 3,000 years or so. And the bigger cycles every 12,000 years. So technically we're almost due for one. But it could just be something that our civilization can handle a lot better than previous ones, where it may be bad. Like, we may have like coastal towns with like bad hurricanes, etc., flooding, really bad shit, of course, and earthquakes, but on a scale that would certainly be bad, but not the end of humanity, Back in the day, have an earthquake and like towns would vanish. Now they do, and sure, we have some casualties, but we rebuild pretty quickly, right? So and I think there could be something more like that. I'd be more, but my concern isn't that there's some geophysical event that's going to wipe out humanity. Like I said, I think that we can handle most things. Obviously, there's going to be some bad ones that happen. We can look at the Earth and see remnants of asteroids or things. I mean, shit does happen. Okay, we're in space floating around. Rocks can hit us and stuff. But besides those unpredictable things, these kind of Earth cycles that it goes through, and poles move around and storms and things get ugly. I think we'll be fine. What I am concerned about is that the elites will manufacture crisis on top of that to amplify the effects of it. So, for example, they would. Well, for example, when North Carolina happened. They didn't allow supplies to get to the people in North Carolina. They didn't allow firefighters to go where they needed to go. They didn't allow, the elites would hamper the solution pretty much. That's more of my concern than the Earth opening up and swallowing us up. Mine's more that, okay, it's really bad, and, the storms are awful. There's flooding in some places, and the elites completely, sabotage all the water refineries, and they fucking don't allow the military response to go in and help and bring supplies and things like that, and they just disappear, and do shit like that. That's more my concern, is these evil people that are running this stuff, the kind of crazy things they're going to do. War is very profitable, can't stop it. Yeah, that too. War. Yeah, we're definitely in a war, that's for sure. Same as the old world order. What's this?
Because I admit it, you're right. I am getting paid by Dubai. That's why I say so many positive things about Dubai. Dubai has paid me so much. Let me explain. My kid's born and raised here in perfect safety, thanks to Dubai. I've gone from broke as a joke 20 years ago to financially independent, thanks to Dubai. I found faith here. Alhamdulillah. It has made me so much more content as a man and a better father, a better man, thanks to Dubai. Every single area of my life has improved thanks to Dubai, and I'm an immigrant here. Dubai didn't have to give me these opportunities. I had more opportunity than in my home country of Australia. I had some niche skills as an army veteran. Here, I was able to turn those skills into an incredible custom-made reality thanks to Dubai. So I'm going to keep speaking up. I'm going to keep talking against these negative narratives that simply aren't true. And if you have an issue with me speaking positively about the...
Yeah, fraudulent, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, I'm more worried about the elites hampering, and they're the reason we actually have all the fatalities and horror shows we could happen in a geophysical event. I'm not that concerned even about the geophysical event. It's like he's saying he ran supplies to people in North Carolina, and FEMA did nothing except get in the way. Yeah, exactly. So the elites will actually tell FEMA to sabotage it, to do all this bad stuff, to make it worse, to in a way. And here's a problem with religions that believe in sacrifice, is a lot of these groups, and I know some of you guys may or may not believe it, but a lot of these groups believe they need human sacrifice to feed their God. Okay, that's why certain religions, fine, everyone can do what they want, but I just want to live around, I don't want to live around certain religions, right? Because they do believe in human sacrifice, and they do believe their gods are appeased by the spilling of blood and things like that. All right, so they would amplify the situation to appease their gods. They would consider it a ritual sacrifice of, the unanointed, or whatever the names they want to use to call people who aren't in their elite groups or part of their religion or whatever, right? This guy. What did I type in here? What is this going? He's saying,
just feeling blessed to be here.
This guy's kind of famous. I've seen him. He's like a crypto guy, right?
Kind of nice and quiet.
Oh no, he's the guy who ran for mayor of London. This guy. I didn't know he moved to Dubai.
Quiet day as well. Flights are taking off from Abu Dhabi. Flights are taking off from Dubai, which is, incredible turnaround time. From all the stuff that happened.
Oh, Jesus. Look at the Iran Daily News. Do not sleep tonight. Tonight you will become familiar with the newest weapons. Even shelters are no longer safe. What the who just posted this? What is this? What the hell? Who posts shit like that? This is from Iran Daily News. This is Geopolitics Analysis, Patriot, Iran Middle East Specialist tracking Tehran strategies and global shifts. Non-state affiliated. Okay. So he's just like spreading fear. Oh yeah, he's do not sleep tonight. Ooh, that's crazy, man. It's dark. Some dark stuff, dude. Some dark stuff. Yeah, so maybe the grand finale of all this is going to come tonight or tomorrow. Bitcoin is rallying. Like I said, my theory is when this stuff levels out, I think you're going to have the best. You need to be entering the market, 72 virgins is promised. What the fuck? All the influencers got to the email about hilarious. No, not hilarious. No, ridiculous. Okay, let's type in, let's see what's going on. It's an oil refinery. Let's see, it's in my For You page. Now that I've looked up all this war stuff. Iran strikes U.S. oil tanker. That happened just a little while ago. Okay. This is to be expected. What? Okay. Saudi official says United States abandoned us and redirected its air defense to protect Israel. Oh, shit. They left all the Gulf states that host American military bases at the mercy of Iranian strikes. Is that true? They redirected all its defense to protect only Israel? Did they leave the Gulf states out to dry? The Arabs are turning on the U.S.? I don't even know if any of this is true, man.
أمريكي مركز على إسرائيل دون دول الخليج التي تقع فيها كثير من القواعد العسكرية.
Okay. Shit's getting weird, man. Most experienced doctor. Let's see. Iran is not messing around. Does anyone? This guy Kim.com. He's an interesting guy. He was kind of a freedom fighter on the internet for a long time. He hosted a site, Pirate Bay, where you could get all content. And he's kind of doomsday-ish, man. He posts a lot of like crazy end of the world kind of posts. And what's up?
Okay, so any dates? No, you know what it is? There are tons and thousands of videos. Yeah, and it's all with little kids, so they have to go through every one.
So, look, James O'Keefe got that video, and he...
How's it going to get released? We hope soon. Okay. Okay, so any dates? No, you know what it is? There are tons and thousands.
Whoa, that's so crazy. Tens and thousands of videos, and it's all with little kids. Jesus. That's crazy, man. Is this for real? This is real, right? Can't even tell what's real anymore, right? Jesus. Tens of thousands, not hundreds, not thousands, tens of thousands videos with little kids. What? And these are all from the ruling class, the elites. And I posted a video on Instagram. I think some of you guys saw it, right? Maybe I'll post that video on YouTube as well for some people I used to work for. Ended up working for some very powerful people when I was young. And, yeah, it was little kids on the menu. And you guys can go to my Instagram, watch it. Go to Mr. St. Wolf on Instagram if you want to see it. Maybe I'll play it on one of these shows one day, or I'll post it on YouTube. But I'm going to start talking. I'm going to start telling more stories about that. I said I would when the bear market started. I thought we were, but now I think things could be changing. So I've got to focus again.
Now you're moving this small
That host America at the mercy of Iranian strikes. Okay.
2 ejemplares. ¿Nos podéis imaginar el dolor y la desolación que ha dado por nuestra generación? Hola a todos.
Yeah, it's really sad. In Spain, they're cutting down all the olive trees to put solar farms, and which is so destructive. You have no idea how important olive trees and their root system are to the ecosystem. They're going to create flash floods. They're going to create all kinds of problems. People, they're so corrupt, man. So stupid. What? New voting bloc unlocked. So yeah, I mean, Iranians are celebrating, no doubt about it. They're very happy. The rule of Islam is gone. So what's this? Hezbollah leader assassinated 10 minutes after announcing entry into the war. Yemen stands with Iran. Okay.
Regret voting for you.
Nat Rothschild, literally telling you history is a lie. Nathan Rothschild. History is written by the winners. That's right, it is.
In each jurisdiction.
The war is a distraction from this.
Wait, it's not about their nukes?
No. Iran's central bank counts because their oil and energy is very important, including for China. If you're going to come out with programmable money,
With a revolutionary new payment system,
with digital IDs that are interoperable globally, that controls in each jurisdiction centrally, you can't afford leakage. Iran right now is the big leakage in the system. Now, Larry Fink and BlackRock have said
we need to move very rapidly.
They're planning on trading all stocks and bonds using tokens.
All investments on a tokenized platform.
What it means is this is going to be,
we have one common blockchain.
You know, potentially $100, $200, $300 trillion market. $100, $200, $300 trillion market.
The wars, the Epstein files, the aliens, AI, it's all to keep you from the truth. The power brokers are trying to preserve US dollar dominance at any costs. All the value is converging into precious metals and soon the digital rails. Put your faith in God and He'll handle the rest.
So, just to understand and give a recap on kind of what the context is of this, the truth is history is written by the winners, okay? And we don't want to accept it. Maybe people are in denial of it, but the wars this century were not won by the good guys. They were won by the bankers, okay? You know, part of the banking cartel, okay? The Rothschild banking cartel, okay? And I think once people realize that, they'll understand how the Western world works, okay? Until you do, you're going to be caught up in illusion after illusion, because the great thing they've done is they created, you know, walls and walls of illusions to keep people trapped in confusion about what's going on. But the truth is very, very, very simple, okay? This started back in the 1800s, and Europe had always been taken over to some extent, okay? I think UK had fallen by mid-1800s, okay? You bankrupt them, you know, you create these lending schemes, okay? Lending money at interest. Eventually you get owned, okay? Eventually, okay? Because the same people that lend the money are the same people that start the wars, because war is very profitable for bankers, okay? And the money makers, okay? Forget defense contractors, okay? It all comes down to who controls your money, okay? And if you think back in the Tartarian Empire, or, you know, what was there in ancient times, they had a system that was in place, but it was a different type of system, okay? And this mafia wanted to bring their system into place. But to do that, they had to nuke the world, literally. Okay? And you can do it at one time, or you can do it in war after war, and that's what they did. All right? To the point when people don't even know their real history because they rewrote it all. Okay? And as long as, we run on their money, they're happy. And you look at all the countries that have fallen. They're all countries that are refusing to join or ditch that system. Iraq, Iran, Russia, China. Obviously. Who else? The list goes on forever, right? So I think somebody said all wars are bankers' wars. That's like a quote, right? I don't know who said that. But when you really understand that, you'll understand history. You'll understand what's going on. You'll understand that the good guys didn't win, man. Okay? It's not even about the other team winning. It was who won. It's the bankers win. And the bankers hide in the shadows. Okay? And it's real. It's very real. All right? And that's why they're trying to take the countries they want to take. That's why they want to bring down Russia. And they're going to do everything they can to get everybody on their system. Because once they have full slavery. All right? Nobody can hide anywhere. Nobody can think what they want because they can turn anybody off. Right now, you can still go to the other system. You could leave their system, blah, blah. They don't want that. Okay? They want the world. Okay? This is what world control isn't domination of land. It's not domination of weapons. It's not domination of religion. It's domination of the money. All right? It's what everybody uses to transact with, and then they control you. All right? And if you want to know who the bad guys are, it's who they are. And Epstein already admitted, he said who he works for in the emails. It was very clear. He's like, I work for Rothschild. That's who he works for. And that's why everyone who knows anything respected him, because they're like, you don't want to fuck with this guy. He's directly employed from them, which is a very powerful title to have. To be like, my boss is our child. Because if you know how the world works, you know they rule the Western world. Okay, because we're on their system. Okay, they're the ones who won the war, World War II especially. They won. Okay, they got their way. However you want to play that out and figure it out, it's up to you. But that's why that quote exists. All the wars are bankers' wars, because they are. Even if you go all the way back to the 1800s, you go back to the time of Abraham Lincoln. I believe it was even Lincoln, or it was his generals who even said, we don't even fear the armies, we fear the banks. Because they knew. There's no wars for slavery. This is the dumbest thing I ever heard. It was a war about freedom of, money. They all are that. Because when you don't have that, you don't have freedom. And BlackRock wants to tokenize the world. All right. Now, there's going to be opportunities too. I'm not doomsday about it. You got to position correctly. I think we're positioned well in crypto. If you want to put it down to like practical means. Yo, what's up, Atlantean? How you doing, man? Battle of Waterloo. Yeah. Battle of Waterloo is a big one. Oh, is that the one that broke the Bank of England? Yeah. So some point around that time, England got owned, and the Archilds began breeding with the elite of Europe. All right, that's why the European elite are all owned, and they're them. They're not the original Christian European bloodlines or whatever they were. Right? They killed the Russian Tartarian. They killed them all of them. All right, and they got their own people in place now. Let's see. That was an interesting rabbit hole. Hexed will be $153, says Paul Shane Memes, when it flips gold market cap. Hexed at 10,000x 2021, 5 million to 50 billion. The market is migrating. Hex at $1, Tiny Chivo X $3 each. Okay, that's bullish. I like bullish. I don't know about $153 a hex, but yeah. Kim Jong-un waiting for a missile to accidentally land in North Korea. What? I like this. Grand Inquisitor, he says, you waited 5 years for nothing to happen, and then within days your life will change forever. These days are what matter. These days are what you sacrifice your money, your mental health, your time for, and all will be worth it. Yeah, I agree with him. I think that something is coming, and you should be ready because the reversal is going to be quick and brutal and fast. I really believe this. I think you're going to see God candles on Bitcoin and probably a lot of your other cryptocurrencies, okay? I really think so, all right? I think the reversal will be swift and brutal. What's this? What? Iran? Oh, yeah, this is Iran, the oil refinery. Speaking of that, the prices, let me go see oil really quick. What else do I have for you guys? Sydney Sweeney. Oh, this is a cool video. Have you guys seen this? Can I play this?
This is a cool office.
Okay, you guys watch this. This is great. I saw this. So, by the way, to give you guys some context, so this was made by a comedian, okay? His name's Trevor Moore. He did this skit, okay? Now, Trevor Moore would make skits like this back in the day, okay? And then one day, okay, he fell off a balcony. Now, make of that what you will, but if you haven't seen the clip, watch the clip. He was kind of ahead of his time in a lot of ways. Or not ahead of his time. I think a lot of this knew this. I knew a lot of this, like, you know, a long time ago. But I think in the sense he was just willing to put it out there in a very brazen, straight-up kind of way. Red Bull Vodka says, I care not what puppet is placed upon the throne of England to rule the empire on which the sun never sets. The man who controls Britain's money supply controls the British Empire. Nathan Rothschild. There you go. There you go. That's what I'm telling you guys. It's the money. It's the only thing that matters, okay? And these wars are to get everybody on the same system, okay? And this is why, you know, the one of the famous stories of Christ was he flipped over the tables of the money changers, right? Because he knew this was bad, okay? Yeah. So that's who's writing your history, man. That's who won. Okay, it's the banks. All right. Yeah. So you know he was. I don't know. Apparently, he fell off a balcony in 2021. Poor guy. Can I self-save it? So rest in peace. I don't know the full story, man. He made some interesting skits. I've seen some other ones. He just went right for the jugular, man. You know, that was his thing. He just said it, man. Nobody was talking like this back then.
Producing your show. How involved is he?
He really looks out for us. He comes on the show from time to time. He actually...
Wait, what's this? Remember this one? For a lot. Okay, I have not previewed this one. I don't know what this is. You guys don't want to watch? It sucks Trevor died. He spoke truth about the hidden powers in the entertainment industry. Yeah, man. Yeah. No, it's very real. I mean, look, after a lot of this came out, that's why I started telling my story a little bit. You guys go to Mr. St. Wolf if you guys want to see that. And I'm going to reveal more stories about some stuff I can say, some stuff I can't, because I kind of care about my life and shit. Justin Bieber's song Skid is really good in a banger song. Oh, really?
Ferrell is a producer of your show, and I think, first of all, I think he's the funniest man on the planet, Will Ferrell. Yeah. And so, what a great thing he's producing your show. Right? How involved is he?
He really looks out for us. He comes on the show from time to time. He actually was on 3 weeks ago, and we did a bit that I was really proud of because it really spiraled. I'm the first to admit it went a little too far. It was very confusing. He came on, he was our executive producer. He's like, we got to get these numbers up, man. Right. Like, let's drive these numbers through the roof. What do we got to do to get more eyes on this thing? And we wound up doing this, like, almost like pseudo ayahuasca ceremony where he was wearing robes and antlers and he made me drink this sacred tea.
He's like a druid and he's doing like an invocation to get more people to watch the show.
Yeah, almost like an occult ceremony, but it was all fake. People rubbed blood on me and dirt on me, and then I was birthed out of a 6-foot-tall vagina, and it was really, I really loved it.
Where'd you find a 6-foot-tall vagina?
We built it.
Oh, okay, right, okay, yeah, all right.
I've never heard a vagina referred to in its tallness.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
That's fantastic.
Thank you so much. And it was just like this dumb bit we did.
But Will also commits so much.
So
he commits
hard.
so fully to his things.
1,000%.
Right.
Yeah.
Did at any point were you thinking, what am I doing while this is all happening?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it ended with him making me suckle from his teat while he rubbed my head. It was so weird. It was so weird. And I'm so proud of it. And the thing I'm most proud of, I'm so proud of it. And the thing I'm most proud of is that this is totally true. There's all these like online conspiracy websites and like subreddits, and they have latched onto this thing and analyzed it and made videos analyzing it. And they say that my show on True TV is like a hub for a Hollywood satanic ring. And they really believe it. And they're saying Will Ferrell is involved in all this Satanism, and my show is where celebrities go to spread their satanic messages, which I am flattered that they think my show is that popular.
Yeah.
They're going to say you're a part of it. Because you're talking to me, they're going to say you're both a part of it now. And they're right, and you're right. The conspiracy theorists, you're right. These guys are a big part of all of this stuff.
Yeah.
And they're going to deny it right now, but I came here today to spread the truth. Andy in particular, he's really locked in on the satanic stuff.
No, I'm not.
Listen, why would he deny it? Why would he deny it?
I'm not. I'm just not.
He worships a goat. He worships a goat. Everybody knows.
Yeah.
It's the worst kept secret in Hollywood. Andy Richter,
Yeah.
satanic goat worshiper.
Cut it out.
Okay. It's real. They're satanic goat worshippers. All right, here's a little break. This is Sydney Sweeney. Oh, I can't play that. She's doing it's a new movie ads. Damn, what the fuck's that? Guys, I'm ordering some stuff from my office in case pandemonium hits. I don't know what it would be. Maybe somebody have like water delivered. Beer. What should I get? Just get some water. Ordering not possible. Venues offline. What are you talking about? Why? The fuck? Oh, jeez. Don't tell me fucking madness has already begun. What's going on? What do you mean temporary offline? Why is everybody offline? It's kind of fucked up. Okay. What? Okay, I don't know. I guess I gotta leave it up to fate. Oh, hey. Let's go to trending. Trending? What's that? How weird things are gonna get. We're in the weird spectrum. I mean, they could get really weird. I don't think we're even there yet. I think we're at a bottom. I think things are gonna get really weird. This is
Really? You need something to help you?
An ejected pilot just
No
hanging
problem.
out.
You want safe?
What?
You want safe? Everything good? No
It's
problem.
like, don't shoot me.
Thank you for helping us. Everything perfect? You're fine?
Wow.
Really?
Lucky ducky, right? I don't think ejecting an aircraft must be quite a fucking scary ordeal. Like, at some point you must be like, you know what, maybe it's better to just go down with the ship. But it's good. I mean, she looks pretty chill, so maybe it's not that bad. I guess my ideas of ejecting are like from, what is it, Top Gun? Like one guy dies, one guy makes it. occurs in the constellation of Leo. The U.S.-Israeli operation against Iran is called Roaring Lion. The upcoming blood moon occurs in the constellation of Leo. Who's talking? Why is this girl is so popular? Why? Okay, I get it. She's cute, but come on. Bro, that beef jerky from Epps Files freaked me out, damn. Yeah, man. They eat people. Eating people's a way to absorb their energy, you know? It's like a lot of old cults did that. 333 years ago, the Salem witch trials begin on 3/3 at 3:33 a.m. PST, the blood moon eclipse will be at its peak. Good to know. Breaking. Red. Okay, did you guys see this? Is this fucking real? I saw this too.
So why are Republicans so interested in Bill and Hillary Clinton? It's because they're trying to distract from the fact that Donald Trump is in the Epstein files thousands and thousands of times. In those files, there's highly disturbing allegations of Donald Trump raping children, of Donald Trump threatening to kill children. So I encourage your press to go look at these allegations, and I'm highly disturbed that Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche just got the law wrong. Yesterday, he said, essentially, that it is not a crime to party with Jeffrey Epstein. Well, that's actually not correct. If Jeffrey Epstein was human trafficking minors for these sex parties, and you show up and patronize the establishment at that party, yes, you're guilty, because patronizing is part of the law, the federal sex trafficking law. So Deputy General Todd Blanche just got that wrong, which maybe explains why they aren't investigating all these folks, including Donald Trump. He needs to read the law and investigate these people. He also needs to resign, not only for not knowing the law, but a massive, not only screw up, but the biggest privacy violation in history. They release a lot of pictures of minors unredacted, just violated the privacy of these girls. It is uncalled for what they did. The one thing that they could not do under this law was to invade the privacy of these women now who were girls at the time who were victims of sex trafficking. Also, he met with Ghislaine Maxwell, moved her to a minimum security prison, and then got a puppy for her. So for all those reasons, he's just got to leave the Department of Justice.
What? What the fuck? You guys believe this stuff? I don't know, man.
Я буду ангелом твоим, крылом своим тебя укрою через разрушение.
All right. Okay, so they're doing damage control for their image, right? It makes sense. Okay, unconfirmed sources point to China invading Taiwan soonest as the U.S. is now focused on Iran. Okay, makes sense. It would technically become a world war at that point, right? Probably the Japanese citizens were framed. Germany has 39,000 Japanese citizens. Only 2 of them were suspected of violent crimes in 2023. By contrast, out of 25,000 Algerians, 1,000. Okay, I don't know what's going on.
It's called symmetry breaking. In just
real life thing, we can go and record.
The Greeks are fighting the Persians. Repeat, the Greeks are fighting the Persians. Greece to deploy multiple warships, fighters to Cyprus after Iranian attacks. Interesting. What does that matter? The Greeks are fighting. It's like ancient stuff. Dubai started a propaganda campaign for rich foreigners. I can't play this fucking music. Whoa. What happened here? Terrorist attacks at Homeland. 13 people shot at Riverfront. Live
This is right here on Kellogg Avenue. And
is that true? Americans? Was there a shooting? I know there was something in Austin, but 13 people shot in Cincinnati, Ohio.
conceived. Oh no. Not meant to be happening here. Can't everyone just chill out? Biggest concern is that people, like, I don't want anyone getting hurt, you know what I mean? Like, I've been hearing loud explosions sort of like in the background all day, and it's like, the sound, it shakes the windows. I don't know how to explain it. It's like the weirdest sound ever, and now I'm seeing them. This is not fun, guys. We're supposed to get, like...
UAE authorities are imposing limits on purchases. Maybe. What's that? Okay. It's going to be biblical, some people are saying.
I'm totally focused on my mission in life, which is let me bring the country to a point that they can make that free choice. That will be enough for me having said mission accomplished.
You imagine peace with Israel?
Of course. In modern history, Iran actually gave refuge to Jews that were escaping the Nazis during the Second World War, giving them refuge and sanctuary in Iran. The strategic importance of having a partnership with Israel is critical. King or future president or future whatever.
What's up, Prayer Banana? What's going on? How you doing, man? It's real?
Whoa, did you see that? That was fast. That looked...
look how you run. It's not right. Listen to that sound.
Is this real? This is not real. What is this?
I don't know what...
Whoa, did you see that?
I don't know if that's real. It doesn't sound fucking real. It's a trap, man. It's a trap. You know, I see these all the time. I'm I've talked about this before. Everyone's expecting that down move with consolidation. I'm not seeing it. I think, even if we get a flash crash, we're going to come back into this range and then it'll be up only. We'll see. I don't know the future either, but what? What the fuck did I just see? What the hell? Whoa. That's not a place you want to be working, man, right now. Guys are awesome, man. They're up there. They're like, fuck this, man. I don't want to miss my lunch. Fucking still working. What's going on? Highest usage of X ever. Today was the biggest day in X history. Wow. Let's go. What else we got? What? Oh, please. I fucking care. Oh, what's up, man? That's us. Doomscrolling. Do Iranian men exist? I ask only because literally every single propaganda video for regime change is some wannabe OnlyFans skank. That's fucking... They're showing... I don't know. But I don't think we want to see them. Look, man, Persian girls are... I think they're hot. So, that's what everybody wants to see. That's what's getting the attention, bro. Nobody wants to look at a bunch of guys looking like me yapping about, freedom for Persia, right? I want to see this girl. They're gorgeous. I mean, who else you want to listen to, right? I love Grandpa. Who's this? I don't know who that is. Iranian men begging to the United States to save their women, claiming they're Latinas of the Middle East. Latinas of the Middle East. Yeah. I can agree with that. They're not Latinas, though. They're totally different. Like, no. I think there's like similarities in the look, but they're totally different women. But yeah, I mean, they're hot. Let's see. I'm standing here if you couldn't for it from where King David was born. Which one's this? Weird. Israel's Tel Aviv Stock Exchange closes at new all-time high. Wow. Crazy.
Against the US dollar, effectively making it worthless. There is also a $7.8 billion crypto economy that remains in the shadows, but I'm gonna bring it to light right now, so lock in, let's get started. Late 2025, going into 2026, the people of Iran started to rebel against the regime. They wanted to overthrow them because they're radical. And so what happened was that the government shut down the internet, effectively limiting people on transactions and communication. So people fled to BitChat. Being that the currency collapsed, it was worthless, they needed another way to spend money and hold their value. So people went to BitChat, which is an app created by Jack Dorsey that enables people to transact over Bluetooth with encrypted messages and send Bitcoin over Bluetooth. And when they got the internet back, those transactions were broadcasted onto the blockchain. In 2025, we saw a lot of people starting to pick up Bitcoin, and the exchanges are telling us, due to data, that money is flowing out of exchanges this year, being that people are taking that self-custody so they could be in control of their money, which makes sense being that their currency collapsed. Let's shift to the government though, because the Iranian government legalized crypto mining in 2019 to licensed operators. And this was in exchange for the miners using subsidized electricity to then go and sell their mined Bitcoin to the central bank. It has come to light that 2 to 5% of the global Bitcoin mining power is coming from Iran. So if they end up shutting off the electricity, or if they claim to the central bank. It has come to light that 2 to 5% of the global Bitcoin mining power is coming from Iran. So if they end up shutting off the electricity, or if they can't mine Bitcoin and they shut this down, then the network would automatically readjust. So that is something you should not even worry about. There are a few things I find very interesting, so bear with me. One, they're accumulating a dollar peg stablecoin, meaning that they probably saw ahead of time, our currency isn't going to work out, so let's accumulate dollars because that is a little bit better than the real. Then you also have the fact that they're using, again, a dollar peg stablecoin coming from Tether. And Tether does work with 3-letter agencies to freeze the digital dollars of people who are deemed maybe bad actors or conducting illicit activity. Now, what I also find interesting is that they're accumulating Bitcoin at the Iranian central bank. And if you're moving around Bitcoin, the blockchain is transparent, so you see where the money goes. So how far can they really go with their Bitcoin spending without getting caught in their antics? The message here is that Bitcoin is transparent. If they're moving money, we'll know where it's going. And the fact that Bitcoin is a hedge against this political.
Yeah. So just like I was saying earlier in the video, I think a big move to the upside is coming. Okay. Either that's going to be literally like as soon as Tuesday, Wednesday, or whatever event that happens on this blood moon. There's fear in the market for a week or two, and that's going to be your cue to load up, because then I think it's we're going vertical. Okay. So interesting too. Tony had just posted this as well. Tony's cool. I've talked to him a few times. He says, this is a monster of a candlestick set up on the ratio. Supplies close back to the Bollinger Bands. Silver's going to dump. Bitcoin's going to pump. This chart will look different in a couple months. Okay. And I agree. All right. I'm with him on this. The low's either in or it's going to come in very fast. Okay. And that'll be it. And we'll go look at that. Actually, I was going to show you guys the silver and actually oil chart as well. I wanted to look at some interesting things. Blood moon. Largest nose I've ever seen. That's a pretty serious fucking nose. Like, that's pretty serious. That's how they motion capture GTA 6? Do they? Le Petit. Uh-huh. That's cool. That's cool. shit. Where's the war stuff? Earlier was crazy. What was that? How do you get a free breakfast? How do you get a free breakfast?
Do is find you a hotel that does complimentary breakfast.
Oh, come
you
on.
walk in like you belong there, head high, confidence high. Don't even look at the person at the front of the desk. If they say anything to you, you go, do you know who my father is? And they go, no.
Yeah, you can just walk to like the food area. Usually in like a lot of hotels you can do that. It's not a big deal. But those aren't the kind of free breakfasts you want. Like these like hotels like this where you walk in
Call
and it's
the
like
eggs and protein.
It's crap. The ones you want are like at the Hilton. Like those are nice, but you have to show your room ID to get into the eating area like a Hilton. That's good food. You know, guys making omelets and stuff. That's this shit. The more you know. Okay, what the fuck? Australia is 1 month's worth of jet fuel, petrol, and diesel in storage. Okay, I don't know. Is that an issue for you guys? They're pretty much, Australia's already setting it up for like a Mad Max scenario, right? They're fighting over fucking diesel. Come on, Australia, it's ridiculous. They're already setting up the story. I bet you were going to click on here. It's going to be like Mel Gibson memes. No. How's there not a Mel Gibson meme here from fucking... Oh, we got to add one. Come on, what the fuck? Are you kidding me? How is there not one? This is ridiculous. It's going to be from the old movies. I was like, let me see here. Let's see if I can find out. It's got to be Mel Gibson, dude. Maybe if I type in diesel. I feel like I got to know exactly which clip. I'm thinking of literally the first, or the second movie where he's trying to get is he trying to like steal the oil, petrol from the helicopter, and the guy comes out from under the ground. You can see him, he's like holding a can. Is that the one? What's this? It's gonna be a good one here. No. Maybe if I type oil can. Gas. Let me type in gas. Yeah, I think this is... that's not the one. Let me find a good one. Hold. You don't have to show ID. You just say, do you know who my dad is? She interviewed with RH. Okay, fuck it. We'll just put this one on there. I get the point. This is ridiculous. This is totally a simulation, man. They're setting up for Mad Max. They're setting it up. Australia, what's going on, man? Come on, Australians. You guys have seen this movie. If there's one country you think they'd be stocked up on oil, it'd be fucking Australia.
Real architects sit on thrones, wear robes, and drink wine while feeding on children's souls in Vatican crypts. Look, let's name what they won't. The 13 bloodlines that run the world aren't who you think. Orsini, Aldo Brandini, Pallavicini, Medici, Breakspear, Farnese, Rothschild, Rockefeller, Warburg, Hanover, Lee, Bruce, Habsburg. These are not old money. They are Baalic parasitic bloodlines. Ritual sorcerers who hijacked empires and installed mind control systems under the illusion of religion, politics, and finance. Where's their origin point? Venice. The black Venetian nobility ran Babylonian blood cults under Catholic masks. They merged with the Vatican, embedded into the Jesuit priesthood, and exported global slavery through maritime law, trapping you in birth certificates, taxes, and silent contracts with no consent. Venice wasn't a city of romance. It's a sacrificial basin. Why do you think the Pope wears a fish hat? That's not Christian. That's Dagon, a Nephilim water demon. Look, Epstein wasn't a financier. He was a human trafficker for the priest class. He ran blackmail rituals for the elite, orgies timed to celestial gates, using children pre-programmed through MK Ultra satellite nodes. Who funded him? Rothschild-backed banks. He admitted this. Mossad and CIA intelligence mergers. Chabad Lubavitch financiers masked as philanthropists. Why is Ghislaine Maxwell still alive? Because her father, Robert Maxwell, was a triple agent field operator for the Vatican Chabad MI6 axis. Epstein's Island's temple is a mirror replica of Baal's altars in ancient Tyre. Literally, the owl statues, not for aesthetics, they're invitation gates for entities. Comment, scroll, and I'll send you the full decoded map. Families, cults, islands, bloodlines, oaths, nothing hidden, everything unveiled. Think about it. Why do the Masons care more about rituals than politics? Because politics was just a front. The true power is ritualized trauma. Here's exactly how they move. Jesuits equal infiltration and education. They wrote your textbook, scripted your news, and flipped your morals through semantic inversion. Freemasons equal gatekeeping plus maintenance grid. Lodges are ritual fields.
Yeah, so to give more clarity about that, when you talk about like, when you see people, especially in the New Age movement, who have ideas about the world and religion and the way things are, what they don't realize is a lot of the things they've learned only comes through approved channels. Okay, you have to understand how early they kind of took control of the U.S. They saw what the U.S. was becoming, all right, and they really took control by the late 1800s, and then they enacted the process of starting the two world war, what could be three world wars now, to completely destroy the old world and the memory of it, okay? And this next world war is supposed to be a really nasty one, okay? And they're doing this to just erase the past. They want to get rid of everybody else so that all that exists is them and their banks, okay? And they'll rule, all right? And all your, you know, if you think of the Rockefeller education system, all your textbooks are run by them. They're all approved. You only learn what they allow you to learn. There's no free libraries in the U.S. Books are pulled as needed, okay? And the most important thing is they also took over all the seminaries in the Western world. So anyone learning religion or going to school post-World War II was under their program, okay? And that's why everything got really, really perverted and really twisted, okay? Actually, I have Medici blood, but since I was Mexican, they kicked me out, but they let me live, so it's all good. Oh, cool, man. What? Why do you think they downed Epstein, one of their own? He crossed a bigger person. I don't think they downed him at all. He's probably alive. I don't think he's dead at all. I think this is all part of the game. And I talked about that a little bit before. I mean, there's a number of reasons why they would reveal everything. One, there's also a distraction element, but the real big one is blackmail. You have to understand that most of it's still redacted and the names you don't know, okay? And there's a reason for that. It's the message they're sending to those people that, hey, at any moment we can unredact you. So they need to go along for this next big war or whatever the fuck they're going to do next, right? And unfortunately, that includes all the people we also think are the good guys. It's not that they're not good. It's they don't have a choice. It's literally everyone has a gun to their head, okay? When they say everybody's compromised, everybody's compromised. If the person hasn't fallen off a balcony yet or randomly been unalived on a traffic stop or, just straight up been, unalived, there's a reason for that. It's because they're compromised, okay? Look what they did to Charlie Kirk, right in the open, okay? They just get rid of people who they don't own. That's it, man. If somebody's working and they're on the stage right now, it's because they're owned by them. Unfortunately, that's just the way it is, okay? You guys should get that now. There was a man who shot up the Comet Pizza in D.C. who helped bring attention to Pizzagate, okay? He got sent to jail for shooting up Comet Pizza. When he got out of jail, within a few weeks, there was a traffic stop, and he was unalived during that traffic stop. This happened in January, 2 months ago, before the Epstein stuff released. You think that's accidental? Okay? Look, you either work for them or you cross with fate and you become unalived. Okay, so with all the hope we might have for this president, this politician, or that, you got to kind of get perspective, man. They're all under the gun. That's the best way to put it. Some are really under the gun. Some are just totally compromised. Whatever it is, they no longer serve anybody but this entity now. Okay? And that's crazy, but it's true. Now remember, this entity doesn't want to destroy the system. They always get they just want their percentage to come consistently, and they want a bigger percentage from the rest of the world. So, we're all doing a good service to them. They don't want to end it, but they want full control.
Not clubs. The checkerboard floor, it's a dimensional binding grid. Chabad Lubavitch equals economic controllers of AI, neuroscience, and cloning. They bankroll the puppet governments, own biometric patents, and sit on quantum computing boards. All three serve the Black Sun priesthood. Shadow Vatican that answers to no government, no court, no God you were taught about. They install presidents, they run wars for soul harvest, and they script pandemics not just for population control, but for ritual sacrifice and initiation of mass trauma loops. Look, everything you were taught was a ritual veil. They fed on your doubt. They survived by your silence. But you're the anomaly.
She's cool. She's interesting. Gal, where's her thing? You guys gonna look her up. I think I followed her on TikTok. I'm rarely on TikTok, but where's her little thing?
Feeding on children's soul. Think epic fish had nothing hidden. Biometric.
Somebody delete that? That's not cool. She's cool. She's an interesting girl. Makes really interesting videos. What? St. Wolf is live. What's up, man? Breaking news. That's fun. Iran Supreme Leader appointed. Nice.
Deutlicher das Gefühl, dass mit Work-Life-Balance und 4-Tage-Woche der Wohlstand in unserem Land auf Dauer nicht zu erhalten ist. Da müssen wir jetzt einfach mal ein bisschen...
I don't know what's going on in Germany. What's going on? Sweat. Anyone got a really bad gut feeling? I don't know. I don't like to overthink it too much. The Earth from space. Wow. Is this real? Is this even real? This is the American commander who just bombed Iran? What? No. No, it's not. She's a commander? She's a spokesperson and a sergeant. That makes sense. Not a commander. Okay, fine. Yeah, that makes sense. Sergeant. Commander, like, dude, come on. It's fucking way too young. Look at my eyes. That's awesome. It's a staff sergeant, unless it's an old photo. She went to college and got the whole promotions. Now as a general. I was like, yeah, it's,
files. Only Jews know exactly what's happening. Here's the timeline everyone's missing. February 19th, Prince Andrew arrested for Epstein connections. February 24th, Bill Gates apologizes for Epstein ties.
I don't know what this is.
February 26th, Hillary testifies. World Economic Forum president resigns. February 27th, Bill Clinton testifies. 7 days of the biggest scandal exposures in history. Then what happens? Same day, Pakistan attacks Afghanistan. Next day, U.S. kills Iran's supreme leader. 2 wars in 2 days. Here's what Jews see. You can't make scandals disappear, but you can bury them under wars. Epstein dominated every headline all week. Now everyone's watching explosions. Nobody's talking about Clinton or Gates anymore. But here's the suspicious part. Same day Iran war starts. OpenAI gets Pentagon contract worth billions. Who owns a portion of OpenAI? Bill Gates through Microsoft. Gates apologizes Tuesday for Epstein ties. Gets the biggest defense contract in history by Friday.
Oh, shit.
That's how power actually works. 7 people exposed in 7 days. 2 wars started in 2 days.
Oh, that's crazy.
While
Damn.
you watched wars, Gates gets defense contracts. Prince Andrew walks free.
No. Look, it worked, right? Like, I totally, today I'm like, okay, I just want to go through all the news and cover all this war stuff. I didn't know Prince Andrew just walked free. I didn't know Bill Gates just got the biggest weapons defense contract. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Nothing happens to the elite.
Wow.
Most people see
They all got
separate
promoted.
news stories. Jews see one coordinated operation. They control the media. They control foreign policy. They control who gets exposed and who gets protected. How do you stop people this powerful? You don't. They're too strong. But you can see the pattern and position accordingly. Never believe scandals will take them down. Always watch how they use chaos to get stronger. If you want to learn more about the Jewish wealth and real estate secrets, comment money.
Dude, how smart is this guy? He's like the smartest fucking personality ever. He's come to my thing. He's got a course. It's awesome. It's fucking great. Yeah, she's cute. Come on. What's going on? These guys, like, we're in World War III. This guy's like, look how cute she is. Like, bro. Oh, dramatic. Come on. Iranians are celebrating. Oh, no. No. Oh, he's going to kill him. Okay. This feels terrible. Summer's coming. I don't even care anymore. Fucking 2026. We're in fucking March. Like, alien sightings in Canada. Wait, what? A man attempted to smoke the world's hottest pepper using a bong? No, why would you do that? I guess the views.
So, this is my bowl. Oh my god.
What are you
I'm
doing?
just gonna rip a chunk off of this. Stuff it in there. Ooh, it's nice and oily.
I don't think you're
I'm
supposed
just
to
gonna
smoke
see what
it.
happens. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna be able to.
I'm pretty sure if it's
long rip this whole thing.
oily, you got to dry it first.
I don't
for
know
sure.
what's gonna happen.
This isn't gonna end well. This is gonna end badly.
You
for
only
this
live
guy.
once, and this is the first time I've ever been scared to do something on YouTube.
Maybe you shouldn't do it. Don't do it, dude. Oh man. Why aren't guys like this trapped in?
I told you guys I was going out with a bang this year.
It's only March, man.
Retirement's a bitch.
These are the guys that are retired. Oh. There goes back in. There's probably dumber things you could do, I suppose. Is he high?
God damn.
Why? What the fuck? That's my cue to get off. Doom scrolling. Okay, let's go look at some charts, man. Actually, maybe doom scrolling was a good idea. What is going on here? They're trying to compete with the Iranians right now. Wow, that is a nice bathing suit. Iranians are the Latinas. They're not Latinas, man. Oh, what is going on? The Queen of Iran, Farah Pahlavi, with her eldest granddaughter, Princess Noor, who will one day be Queen of Iran herself. Oh, nice. Cool, man. Good for them. I snorted a chunk of wasabi for $100 bill, and I felt like this. Did you? Nice. Wait, what? I don't want to watch the news. Oh man, what? Did you see that? This has been happening a lot. It happened here in Germany too. A young girl was thrown in front of a train. Wow. Jeez, that's frightening, dude. Did this just happen? This happened in New York City? You got to pay attention everywhere you are now, man. Like, that's crazy. Jesus. That's crazy, man. Yeah, something like that happened here. A girl, like 15-year-old girl was thrown in front of a train in front of Germany. By somebody, something like that. Like, it's horrific. Choose your player. So. 30,000 Germans are stuck in the Middle East.
Gestern fast der gesamte.
Because all flights are down. All around. It's really beautiful.
When you're honest with yourself.
Oh, come on. What is this? Why is Demi Moore in there? What the fuck? Is there no other news? Many have run out of money. The UAE government has issued an order that no hotel shall evict any tourist. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. So people have run out of money. I guess now's the best time to be stuck at like a really nice hotel in Dubai, right? You can't be evicted. That's pretty cool. I mean, that, you know, that's really cool. Somebody else talking about Australia's oil shortage. Australia, come on, man. I know you guys have seen Mad Max. You need to start stocking up on oil. This is bad, dude. You need to get some oil reserves going down there.
से कुछ गलत चीज चल रहा है आप कंप्लेन भी कर सकते हैं ठीक है ये एक है.
Yeah, don't make negative videos about Dubai. Oh, Dubai is opening its airports. First flights depart tomorrow morning. Okay, see if everyone is going to leave. Okay. I don't know. This is really interesting. Connect. Looks like oil is spiking hard. Oil sparked hard, and it's being sold down. Now, one thing I wanted to check really quick was also on silver. This is a zombie apocalypse, okay? I wonder if we're going to get something like that again. Something happens tomorrow, maybe, that kicks off the bull. This takes a tumble. And then comes back up, right? Like that. What's interesting is it's hard to say whether, you know, we can relate where we were back then to where we are now. But what's really interesting, and I did a video on this a few weeks back. So silver's gone crazy, but is silver topped out? Now, it could be. One thing that's interesting about silver is other times when it's topped out before, and it makes its drawdown, the stock market goes absolutely ballistic. Okay, markets go absolutely berserker mode. So I'll show you one really quick here. Okay, and we'll go look at some other things. And I'm kind of building a case for what Mad Max is the future. Yeah, exactly right. What are the chances Australia has the lowest oil reserves in the West? Come on, we've all seen that movie. Come on, get on with it. So as I was saying earlier in the video, that I do think we're going to move to the upside a lot faster than people realize, because now all these influencers are waiting for October for the bottom to buy back in. And what would really catch them off guard is if we started moving pretty soon here. I don't know, sometime between now and June. Could happen a lot faster than we think as well. It could be tomorrow, could be could be at the end of the week, or it could be in a few weeks. I don't know. But one thing I remember noticing was that if you look at silver, and like, let's come back here to October 1979. Okay, you can see how silver rallied, for a couple of years. Pretty, like, just literally went parabolic, starting July of 78 and ended here April of 1980, or like January 1980. So like almost a year and a half, like berserker mode, right? And if you come over here, and I come over here to the Dow Jones Industrial, okay, and I come over here to 1980. Let's see what happened. Hey, stop. So the top came in. Where is it? So here it is. Here it is, man. January 1980, right here, okay? Dow is at 878, okay? Okay, 878, okay? And then what happened? Where'd it go? Yeah, January 1980, right here, okay? It rallied, came down again, didn't do much, but look what happened. Look what it did. Went absolutely berserker mode, okay? So you could say the top was here, January 1980. Silver crashed over the next couple years until 82. I mean, the low came in much later, but let's say like a really hard crash. And literally DJI from January 1980, which is about here, okay, till let's say 82, you can see the rally began. Okay, but it did require silver to make its first big dump. Okay. Now let's see what happened to the other massive run. There's a couple of them, right? So if we come look here at this was 2008, and then it ran until the 11th. Okay, 2011. So let's say this was April 1st, 2011. Okay, so April 2011, it topped. Okay, let's see what DJI was doing on April 2011. So April 2011 to DJI was, let's say, around here. So still recovering from the high. A lot of people thought what? Well, if you look here and you think the Dow's at like 11,000, okay? And, a lot of people could have seen this very easily and thought, okay, cool. Now I'm just walking back to think maybe people at the time, what they were seeing, right? Maybe they would have drawn something like this. They would have said like, oh shit, we hit this all-time high and we've crashed under, and we're kind of like retracing into what could be a rejection right here, okay? A lot of people probably went short thinking like the top's in. This is like not a dead cat bounce, but a rally up till up, making a lower high, and we were gonna probably fall apart, because you don't also remember what the news was. So a lot of people were probably expecting something like that, right? Maybe even a fill down to like here, okay? I don't know what for sure they were expecting, but maybe at least there. But what did it do? Silver, started crashing, and it goes on a berserker fucking tear. Okay, here's 2011, non-stop fucking tear. Okay, until zombie apocalypse. Okay. But it started when did it wait for silver to make its pull down this time? No, it didn't. This time it did it pretty soon. Right there. It was just a little dip. 6 months and it went on its tear. Okay. It didn't wait for silver to make a complete retrace of this impulsive move. Okay. This euphoric move. It didn't wait that time. Okay. But the point was that a really epic rally to the upside happened after silver topped. Okay. Which is interesting. Okay. Now, I want to see this zombie apocalypse thing. Go to the monthly. I mean, I was on the 3-month chart as well, so like whatever. It could have been April, could have been May, June, give or take, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So silver crashed, and then it went to this high. Dude, what happened here? Oh, yeah. So listen, silver crashed on March of 2020 and rallied to a high between September and January, December of 2020, and then crashed. Okay, so let's see what happened there between when this was topping between July 2020 and February. Okay, so if you come here, here's a zombie apocalypse, and you can see, yeah, there you are, July 2020. The S&P was kind of like going sideways. It had recovered from that big collapse. Okay. Once again, a lot of people might have also thought they weren't certain about this, right? I can put a trend line right there, just like I did before. A lot of people didn't know, man. I know people that were selling. I know people that sold BTC at about 8K, and a lot of people might have been expecting, a deeper correction down here. Okay, before we went to the upside. Okay, but what happened? Silver corrected. Okay, silver made a correction down to the low of $17 again. And what did the DJI do? Dow Jones went on a fucking tear. Okay? It didn't get rejected. It didn't come up. It didn't, it absolutely, went on a tear. Now, what's happening now? Well, now we have another crazy euphoric move, just like we had here in 2011 and 1980, right? And silver has done this absolute fucking tear. Like, holy shit. Now, is it topped out or not? It's tough to say. It may be topped out. It could be absolutely topped out. I mean, it's pretty cranked. It's certainly overbought. Okay, there's no doubt about that. Is it as high as it's ever been before in terms of being overbought? Well, we got the RSI on the 3-monthly. It's up here 86. It was at 86 around that 2011 area too. It's been 94, 95 back in the 60s, But I would say that it could very well be topped out here, okay? But let's just assume it might be. Let's see what could happen if this falls apart, So this is peaked out here, 2026, January. Where are we at here on January? So if it does anything like it has in the past, when silver's topped out before, we notice that the DJI sometimes kind of like chills sideways a little bit, So, I mean, you could get just a little bit of like something like this. Everybody, once again, is it going to be like before, where everybody now expecting, this to happen, right? Well, just like I showed you before on these other moves. But instead, what happens is what? We come down off the DJI, we pivot back up. Everyone thinks that's it, and instead we go what? Bam! We go absolutely fucking vertical. Okay. Now, I'm not saying that the past means the future has to happen the same. What happened in the past doesn't mean it's going to happen in the future. But, when I look at silver, when I look at oil, I think that if silver's topping out, maybe it's whatever happens tomorrow gives us that little pullback. And maybe this week is really hairy and everyone has to go like, oh my God, is it over? Is it all over? Just like happened on these other moves down I showed you guys. But instead what happens is we go ripping to the upside. And I think, of course, BTC is going to follow suit along with your altcoins, okay? And that's what I'm betting on, okay? Jane Street's messing with silver. What are they doing? So is that smart money moving to protect their capital and metals and rotate back in? Yeah. I mean, they rotate. It's not just smart money. I mean, metals are big institutional and government plays as well. it's a normal rotation in times of uncertainty, and they're going to rotate back out, right? So that's what I see, man. And everyone's going to expect this. Just like on Bitcoin, everybody is going to expect that larger move. Let's come back to my chart. This is the same chart I think I've shown with you guys for a while. Let's go to the weekly. Okay. We've drawn this many times before. And, everyone's expecting, us to come down and get some kind of base in before we go up, right? Something like this, possibly a fractal of what you have here. See this back in 2020? Okay, very similar. I just sketched it super fast, okay? So something like that, right? This is just randomly, I'm pulling here to like low 40s, okay? But what could happen, and I've talked about this a lot before, is, I have this sketch that I drew, which was I think that we just get like higher lows and keep teasing people for lows and it doesn't come in. But if we get some kind of nastiness tomorrow or whatever is going to happen this week, we could get a little bit of a flash crash. Maybe it comes up, gets back in that range, trickles sideways. A lot of people, once again, anticipating much lower targets. But instead what happens is we just launch and God candles for whatever reason, okay? And very similar to what I showed you guys on the DJI, what happened in the past during all these silver tops, okay? And that's why I think that Bitcoin could go quite vertical pretty quick. Maybe it's just some people realizing the rally's on, the war has begun, and war's not bad for markets. I mean, once it's kicked off and the initial fear shock is over, if you get in, you just ride it, okay, until more shock comes, and then you get your pullbacks or whatever. Because a lot of people are going to be offsides when the fear happens. So this is the ideal time pre-war to get going, pre-zombie apocalypse, because the elites know most people won't look at charts. They're going to look away from all this stuff. And it's actually the best time to pick it up. So whatever price we get, I think in this week or next week, I'm in, okay? Whatever that's going to be, okay? I'm still pretty certain that if you're going to get a much lower low, it's going to be pretty quick. I don't think you're going to base in like 2021 or anything like that. And the fear is important, right? They're going to I also think the flash crash, because it gets rid of all the longs, because they know it's coming. Like I showed you guys, looking back at silver and DJI, how vertical it goes once silver topped out. If you get like a flash crash, like I've said this before, the industry loves this stuff. The industry loves this stuff because you get rid of all the longs, you get rid of all the fucking leverage in the system like that. They make a lot of money, and then they can go up on it, okay? So that's what I'm betting on, something like that. And I think it's going to happen this week and next week. I think we're right there. I think it's going to happen. And I don't know how long it's going to drag out. I don't know how bad whatever it is going to do, if it's going to drag out for days or weeks, but you'll need to get in. I don't think it's going to drag out very long because I think they know people know the game too. Don't pay attention to the timeline. This is just on the weekly. I just happen to be drawing there, but I'm just showing you the potential market, like price action moves that I'm kind of anticipating. And like I said, we could absolutely do a fractal of 2021. I know that's kind of the popular take, that we're going to do something like this. It looks very similar up till now, I know, but this is when the fake out happens, okay? That's what I think. You're not going to get some cute little basin to get in there. ETH, what do you mean to say? ETH is it's fine in the sense like it's in this pattern. It could go lower. It's certainly on a flash crash. It would be your chance to buy. We could get lows down here, 1,400, maybe in a smack down to 1,100 or even 1,000. I'm still fine with it. It doesn't get really dicey for me until we break like $900 ish. But I would just anticipate us to continue in here. And this ETH is going to move when they decide to move it, right? Is it going to stay in this thing for two more years before they let it go to the upside, or 5 years? I don't fucking know. Or, do we get some flash crash, we pivot, and we start moving up pretty quickly, right? I don't know. They could hold this pattern for this. You can see this, what I have drawn. They could fill it. I think this pattern goes until 2032. But hopefully it doesn't, and hopefully we just get... we get out of here. Yeah, the sooner the better for the crypto market, right? But nobody knows. But it looks fine. I don't have any problems. I don't think ETH is dead. I don't think it's over. I think it's going to do quite well. I just don't know the time, right? There's so many times it's been bullish a dozen times, and they weren't letting it out. So it's going to come out when they decide it's time to let it out. Well, no, they're not going to hold the market. I mean, they're obviously just been holding ETH, right? So maybe they're holding it for this moment, right? For alts and everything to go nuts together. I don't know. Anyone who tells you they know is nuts. I'm the one who told you guys my mentor in 2022, 23 told me they were going to, you guys that have been on my channel for a long time heard me as far as 2024 talking about this, okay, man? He said they were going to crush the altcoin market and they were going to crush ETH. And he told me that with absolute clarity. And he told me not to invest in Bullchain. Like, just to be clear, this is the guy that I got in a fight with. He's my mentor. He said, stay away from Richard Hart. He said, they're going to crush altcoins and they're going to crush ETH. And he was absolutely right. And he told me this in 2022. I started training with him around 2022, 2023. No, we got in fights in 2023, but he told me in 2022 what they were going to do. He told me the next cycle. He's like, it's going to be Bitcoin only. They're going to crush alts and ETH. And I've told you guys this many times on my stream, even going back to early 2024, I talked about this. And at the time, we didn't know. Like, I just brought it up because I'm like, yeah, you know, alts are being crushed, ETH is being crushed. I don't know. Now I can look back in hindsight and be like, he was a genius. But in all fairness, what I learned from him changed the game for me. Like, the way I see charts is like, I don't think anyone really sees charts the way I do. And so as much as I hated him at the time, because he really came down on me about Richard Hart stuff. Like, he's like, dude, just fucking stay away from this. And but he was right about everything, man. Like, he was smart, and that's why I think my work got good, because I learned from the best. But yeah, he was a genius. He was just like an absolute fucking genius about shit, and he was really in deep with like the deep state and Illuminati. Like, he knew what was going on. He knew, man. He knew about ETH. Everything he said was right. They crushed it, and they crushed altcoins. Yeah. So who knows how long they would hold. He was pretty adamant that by 2027 they would the up would begin, but that the crushing would be very, very bad. And it has been bad. It's been brutal. Been very fucking brutal. But I think we're there. I don't know exactly when they're going to let this go. There's nothing you can see in the charts that are going to tell you that. Like, you could do TA on this and it's not going to help you, like, in that sense, right? Because how much did it help any of the TA people you watched from 2022 until now? How many were right about ETH? Like, hardly anybody. Like, I think I had probably some of the best calls when it came to ETH, only because, one, I had him as a mentor who told me all that stuff. And then that's why when it was December of 2024 when I said ETH was fucked, I still have the line on my chart, when this broke, because I was able to bias it correctly in the sense, like, I knew this was bad here because of the volume that came in on this move. This was December of 2024, and I remember 3 streams in a row I was screaming about ETH. I was like, yeah, we're fucked. Because I also knew in the back of my head that my guy who'd been correct so far was biased toward the fact they were going to crush ETH. So it was easier for me to make the call, like, ETH's in trouble in that sense, but the chart was telling me, like, this was bad right here. All right. So, and I saw other people talking about ETH. I was like, no one knows what the fuck I'm talking about. Unrest, Fred, economics. This is a equation you can paste into TradingView. It helps visualize what we're going through. Switch it to the monthly time. Oh, okay, cool. Hang on. Yeah, let's do that. And then I'm going to look at the... I'm not going to go in this. I did ETH BTC ratio last stream in deep. I'm not going to go into it, but we're close, man. So this is my call. This is my drawing I've had here for fucking ever. I still think we're going to touch down there, and that'll be go time. And I think that's coming right around the corner. Okay, we're about 2 seconds away from that. We're almost there. You guys should join the channel. Click down below. It's dirt cheap, and you're going to get deep TA on all your altcoins. Okay, I can talk about this stuff because it's high lick. I can't talk about 50K, 100K altcoins to, we usually get like a few thousand views between here and X. So you want to join the channel so you can get those videos where we go deep into the TA with all your altcoins, and you can do requests. And you also get access to a private Telegram, okay, where I answer questions, because I realized I got to a point where I couldn't answer everybody's questions anymore between X and Telegram and stuff, right? And So the private Telegram gets, I answer everybody's questions. If I have time, I try to answer other people's as well. Okay, this thing right here. Let's go monthly. Okay. Let's see what we got. So what are you getting from this? Because without cross-referencing, just off the top of my head, when I think about charts I've seen in the past, I mean, we can go to, like, let's say DJI, and I can think about 2008, 2009. Yeah, I guess it was already rallying there. This is the move. Silver top. That's when we broke. Oh, because we broke the all-time high 2012. Yeah, that's when the real rally began in 2012. But we were on up mode. Yeah, so I would anticipate that there is downside coming for the stock market and Bitcoin in that case. Or not Bitcoin, I can't say for sure on that, but I'm saying, like, we don't have enough data to decide that. But maybe the stock market has a pullback before it goes absolutely vertical. And would you say that would you say that, one, we're so if I were to just look at this in a really, like, quick way, I would think that, okay, we're about to enter a recession. We're starting one. We've been in one. And we're about to enter one, and you want to go fucking gig along when this fucking touches down. Let's go compare some dates and see if, like, I'm even remotely accurate here. It's June of 2000. Yeah, is that what you're getting from this? This is December. Yeah, June of 2000 right here. This is the top, and we fell until 2002, and then you wanted to buy shit around 2002 and 3, but you just got to marginally. Yeah. So you were falling, and then you wanted to buy down here. Anything you bought down there. Okay. I mean, look, man, if you bought anything down here, you did good. Okay. If you bought down here, you did great. Okay. And then 2002, at the end of it, we skyrocket. So we're peaking out pretty much all in risk when that bottoms. Yeah, that's what I was just saying. Yeah, so you buy these bottoms, right? When it gets down the bottom, if you line that up, it lines pretty well, man. That would be like here, 2002. Cool, man. This is pretty cool. Let's see, between 2009 to 16. Shit. Bro. So you're scaring me, man. So what you're suggesting here is that the bottom may be like 2 years away, which technically would be correct in a lot of ways, right? Bro, is that what you're saying? Is that what you're getting from this? Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I mean, it's definitely different. I mean, I hate to say it's different this time, but it certainly looks a little different this time. You know what I mean? It's like, could it be that we're bottoming now? I know this sounds crazy based on this chart, but could that be a scenario we could entertain, that we could be bottoming now here, or just a little bit lower? I mean, this chart goes pretty far back, no doubt about it. Oh man, I'm streaming for today. This is the earliest I've started streaming. What point in that chart was when Trump came into office? Up here, when the recession started. Be a very different way. They will crash it. It will be a flash crash. Yeah. Okay. Great. Well, that lines up with my theory perfectly then, right? Because I keep talking so much about this a flash crash, which would have been drawing for fucking ever, and that would line up correctly with what could happen here, because then it would happen very quickly. It doesn't have to come all the way down. Certainly, it's not going to come all the way down. Well, it depends on what happens, right? I mean, they would just send rates to zero, right? What point in that chart? Yeah, man. Okay. So then I'm getting confluence from my theory that we could get a lower target. It's going to happen quite quick, and because you need that fear and you need that flush for the business side of the industry as well, and you're not going to get some pretty accumulation thing. Yeah, every time I've tried drawing this and sketching it, I always come up with a similar thing, man, which is like sharp moves to down and then back up, like flash crashes pretty much. That was one I drawn where I said we have multiple flash crashes, but really we could just be one juicy one. And your consolidation range ends up being this purple box, because if we flash crash, we're going to come generally back around to where we are. And a lot of people, once again, are going to anticipate that, okay, we're going to come back up into this purple box and then fall again. You know what I mean? Even if we've come down. But I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think you're going to get a lot of chances here. And this purple box is going to be a very powerful place. So cool, man. Cool. This is a great chart. I want to save this. Thank you for that, Inc4TW. This is nice. Everybody smash the like button. Once again, go to Mr. St. Wolf. Follow me on Instagram. We're going to post some really cool stuff over there. And you guys should join, because what's going to happen is altcoins are going to start moving, and then we're going to have hundreds of people that are going to join and try to get the private Telegram and everything. And I'm not going to get to everybody fast enough, because your reversals are going to happen quick, and you're going to have probably 1 million questions, and they're all going to be about altcoins. And the liquidity is too low for me to do the kind of TA I do, which is very accurate for doing TA, to 1,000 people. It's just not possible, man. When you have 50K market cap, 100K market cap, it has to be a smaller group. It's just the way it is. It's not fair. I mean, once we get back up in the millions, maybe I can do it more openly, but I realize that with liquidity low enough, we'll be able to move the pulse price or hex price even too, right? So you guys got to understand why I did that. And by the way, there's 2 tiers. There's a basic tier, which is like the price of a latte. Just that's it. And then the next tier is quite a bit more, but somebody asked me, so why do you have a higher tier? What's the point of getting a private TA video? So in the higher tier, you don't have to request your video in the group. You can do that on the weekly videos, but you can request me to make you a video on private. Now, why would you do that? Well, let's say you have $1,000 or $5,000 or just $1,000, and you want to buy an altcoin, and you're like, hey, Wolf, is this a good accumulation zone for this altcoin? And you're going to put in a couple grand. Well, dude, if you spill that on one of my videos, there's 100 people watching, you're going to be front run. There's going to be a lot of other people who are going to start building positions. So the reason you want the private video is because you can't take $2,000 and just buy a fucking 50K market cap altcoin. Okay, you're going to have to buy it over a week. Okay, so this way you can get the private video from me without everybody else knowing that you're interested in this fucking altcoin, and you can build your position over a week or whatever. But if you want, you can tell me like, hey, you can share it and I'll put the video in the Telegram. But the higher tier membership, you get private video for me. And once again, it's just a 2-3 minute quick video, just like I do my TA, where I look at the chart, I give you like, okay, I think it's an accumulation and where good ranges are. And then you can start building your position. So bigger players, or just more serious players, you don't want everybody to know what you're building a position in, what altcoin, right? Because these things are going to do numbers, man, from where we are down here. They're going to be, I'm really bullish on Pulse. Like, it's going to do incredible numbers. You guys have no idea. I know there's a lot of bad blood right now and people like hating Richard Hart and this and that, but it is what it is, man. It's a brutal game, and you're in the brutal period of it. It's what it is. But good times are going to come quick, and the opportunity to get those, really big moves is in the beginning. Okay, so you have to know what you're looking for. You got to know, where we're at in that sense, right? But they are low market cap, especially on Pulse Chain, and these coins are going to move fast because of that. There's low liquidity, low market cap. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be nuts. The Vatican just sealed its archives March 2nd, 2026 at 4 p.m. At 6:12 a.m. Rome time, Pope Francis ordered the immediate closure of the Vatican secret archives to all researchers, scholars, and diplomats. No explanations, no timeline, no precedent in 400 years. The last time the Vatican sealed its archives was in 1633 when they buried the truth about Galileo. Today they're burying something far worse. What? Somebody confirm that. The Epstein Vatican wire. The DOJ released March 1st. Files released March 1st contain 14 wire transfers between Epstein's Butterfly Foundation and the Vatican Bank. Oh, you got to be fucking kidding me. Well, look, here's the thing. It's not just about, what they were doing. You have to understand who Epstein worked for, which you talked about earlier in the video, the Rothschild. And the Rothschild bankers control the Vatican. Okay? Might not want to hear that. Might not be a popular take, but it's fucking true. Okay? Trump's going to raid the Vatican. If everybody wants to make their own coin, your TA could come in there. It's a lot of value for sure. Or to make their own coin, your TA. Oh, that's another. I have had people book privates with me for market making. Yeah. Obviously, I can't tell you who, but I did help somebody with their token. Yeah, to understand, because they wanted to do certain. I was like, you can't do that. Like, but they had a scare on their project and they didn't listen to me, and they did the thing I told them not to do. like you got to do it a certain way, man. Market making's it's an art. Trump's going to raid the Vatican. This guy was talking about why they're really going after Iran, cutting off deep state's piggy bank. The Vatican Bank. Total amount was $47 million between 2008 and 2017. The Vatican Bank, the most secretive financial institution on earth, no external audits, no public records, no oversight. $47 million from a convicted sex trafficker, not one question asked. The transfers for labeled charitable donations to youth programs. Oh my God. They work for the same people, man. They work for the same people. Okay. They infiltrated the Catholic Church a long time ago. All right. Yeah, it's true. Doesn't mean it's across the whole entire clergy and everywhere, but quite a large part of it, right? Would I say that the church still does more good than bad? Yeah, definitely. But it's they've been taken over. The Cardinal. The name appears on both the Epstein flight logs and the Vatican's internal communications. Cardinal Angelo Beccio. He was convicted of financial crimes. He flew to Little James 3 times. Each trip was logged as interfaith dialogue mission. Interfaith dialogue mission's great. Oh man. 47 million of Epstein's money flowed through his office. 3M shredding into. Okay, Italian intelligence sources confirm that at 3 a.m. this morning, Vatican security activated the Protocol Amiga document destruction procedure. 12 industrial shredders, 3 incinerators running for 6 hours straight. The smoke was visible from the Tiber River. The last time the protocol of Mega was activated, April 2005, the day Pope John Paul II died. They're not mourning today. They're destroying evidence. The global pattern. Wow. Swiss Alps bunker raided. Epstein tapes recovered. February 14th. February 21st, Tel Aviv server sees more tapes. February 28th, Tehran facility secured by U.S. military. Last copy. March 1st, DOJ releases operational files, Vatican bank name. March 2nd, Vatican seals archive. Shredders running. Every institution that touched Epstein's money is now in panic mode. Whoa. Weird, man. Crazy, man.
It's my flag that's learning, son.
What, like now every female Persian TikToker is like going viral. He's in the mall in Dubai. They're letting everybody know it's good, man. The next Dubai is Managua, Nicaragua. Tell me you're fucking kidding me, right? Is that Nicaragua? That's not Nicaragua. What the fuck is this showing? What the fuck is this? Yeah, he's fucking around. I'm like, that's not fucking Nicaragua. Nicaragua is one violent fucking place. I had a friend from Nicaragua. Missile attacks has begun. Wait, whoa, what is this? This all happened while we were on stream? Whoa, that's... Whoa. What's going on here? It's really y'all. Oh, Iran's firing on Israel? This happened while we were... What's going on? That means it just happened because it's dark. I don't see anything. Israel infiltrated by Iranian Mossad agents, guys, doctors and dentists. That's what I was telling you guys, that the people running Iran are not Iranis. They're controlled by Israel, or they are Israelis, literally. Look, I mean, we look almost the same. Like when I'm in LA, I've been here, when I travel, a lot of times people, especially a lot of times like Orthodox people will come up to me and ask me if I'm Jewish. I get it all the time. Because a lot of Persians and Israelis, you can't really tell us apart. Missile attack has begun. I don't know if this is true. I don't know. It's one video. I don't know. You guys can confirm whether they started bombing Israel. I feel like I would have seen a lot more next.
Israel and USA are invading Iran. They're not. They answered to Iranian people's call for help. And yes, we love Israel, we love USA, and that's just the way it is. Take it or leave it. Thank you, Israel. Thank you, USA, for helping us out.
Just big dogs taking profits. Matt Morse TV. Yeah, you don't want to. You never want to chop down olive trees, man. That's biblical Garden of Eden shit, man. You don't want to cut down olive trees. Never, dude. Yo, shout out to Detroit Runner. What's up, man? Thank you for that repost. Look at this handsome image. I'm looking for Matt Morse. Is that what I'm looking for? We're going in. America. All right. What's this? This is row. All right, let's get Pulse really quick. What's going on? All right, got to open it here. All right, we've been in this falling wedge here, man, for some time. We are leveling out, okay? We're at 0.000089, okay? Looking good. That's fine. Could be the bottom. Absolutely could be. Either way, I think it's a great price to buy. I mean, if I come here and I look at the weekly chart, the RSI is the lowest it's ever been down here. Okay, it went under 30, which is generally a good place to buy. Could be a good place to buy. Okay, and it went under 30. It hit 29. That's good. Okay, you know, I don't. Maybe it's done. It could absolutely go sideways, or just like, you know, for example, see what we did right here. You guys see that, right? See all this chop? It went vertical, but you know, you could absolutely just hang out, you know, for a little bit. You know, you could hang out for a second before you take off, right? So. Yeah. The bottom could be in, or we could, like I said, we get a flash crash. So you're going to see a wick down. Okay. I would say that would be it, man. But I think you're close. I like the way these look. I'm starting to feel confidence that you're in that area where bottoms are made. Okay. So that's good, dude. Cheers, man. Let's look at Hex. Okay. Same thing. You're getting this cross here on the weekly. Once again, it could, you know, finagle about here for a little bit, a few weeks or a little bit, you know. But I think we're in that range where bottoms can form, and you know, I got a nice confluence down here. I love the volume right here. See this dead volume? I like that. Okay, I like what I'm seeing. It's a kind of volume you might notice before things get interesting again. So that's good. You know, it's at 0.0016 for momentum on what, Pulse or Bitcoin or what? You know, Bitcoin, we got to get above 80K. You got to close. This would be 80K. Bitcoin, you need to get above. I don't give a fuck about that. Okay. For Pulse, for Hex, let's see. I think I've mentioned this before. I think it's probably going to be like, where's the penny? A penny's right here. I think I've said this before. I think around that 007, 008 range. Okay, for PHEX, okay? 007, 008. But I'm going to tell you guys the truth. I don't think it's going to happen slow. So you're not going to have time to fuck about. I think once these get going, same with Pulse, it's going to blast right through those pretty quick, okay? And Pulse, I think it's 0.00003, maybe. Yeah, 0.00003. And once again, I don't think you're going to have, I think it's going to happen very quickly, man. We got a little time. We got a little while for that then. I really hope RH pumps approve X money and delays his new launch. Yeah, I mean, look, the tricksters for me, like, are like right here. We're like, I know horizontal levels are important too, but I'm also looking for confluence with these other lines that I draw. So you can be faked out pretty hard, man. Like if you're not careful, like, you know, you could come up and cross like 0.003, but the real rejection might be at 0.004 and it could still, like, let's say, fall away, right? Like something like that. It could be a fake out where it goes a little bit higher than it should. So maybe you want to look for some of these diagonals as well. I'd have to spend a little bit more time with it to like really tweak it. But I'll be honest, I don't think it's going to matter because when you get there, I think it's going to happen really quick. I think you're going to have God candles. Same with Bitcoin. I think it's going to blast. When it does move, it's going to come back up pretty quick. I would think Bitcoin, because enough liquidity, enough traders, it might fuck around 80 to 85K, giving people enough time to doubt the move. You know what I'm saying? Like, just from a market psychology point of view. I don't know if we're going to get that with Pulse or Hex. I mean, you know, I'll have to sit and think about that strategically with kind of like where we are with Lick and what could make sense. But it may not muck around at all. You could get like, here's, I know you guys don't see this, but this is my God candle right here, this green one. So I mean, it could just do this. And, you know, not like absolutely straight, but you guys know what I mean, right? So everything structurally seems normal on Pulse assets to you and nothing's technically broken. I mean, our spirits are broken, but no, technically, no. Things look all right to me, man. I know no one wants to hear that. Like, I don't know, maybe some of you guys want to hear that, you know, yeah, it's broken and everybody's right and he's going to steal the money, but I don't see that yet. I even have on Inc, I have levels down all the way to 0.0005 cents. I mean, good to hear buy more. ETH doing in your future. What's up, William Dugan? William, I covered ETH earlier in the video, and go check it out, man. There's a neat section. I'll do a troper really quick, and then the rest of you guys need to come down and join. Because, like I said, these are just too low liquidity at this point. Tropa's actually got high lick. Okay, like it's very strong, dude. This is really holding up strong. I do think in that kick down, nothing's changed for me. We might come down here and touch a penny. It's possible. I went into depth for the private members group on what I thought, but we're in this accumulate. We got this box. I've had this box forever. We're in there. I think it's a great place to accumulate. It's holding up very, very, very good. I can talk about this one easily. Lick is really high, so none of us are really going to move this one too much, but there seems to be a lot of interest. People are still here. I like where the volume is right now. Yeah, I think we're going to come into here, but I wouldn't get greedy, right? Maybe you'll get it for a penny. Maybe you'll get a chance. You know, not sure to be honest. All the weak hand, even strong hands have been exhausted, and look at the levels and what things have been holding. Wolfman is bullish for a reason, bros. Yeah, well, I'm bullish on the ecosystem. Like, you know, I don't know the timeline for sure here because let's see what happens tonight or tomorrow on this third. This primal blood moon. And to recap, if you guys didn't watch, we did tons of doom scrolling on Twitter, and we learned earlier in the video, because I didn't know this, that well, I knew Trump was born on a blood moon, so I don't know if you guys know this. He was born on a blood moon. Netanyahu is born on a lunar eclipse. Tonight is a lunar eclipse and blood moon, correct? Netanyahu is born on a fucking lunar eclipse. And guess who else is born on a lunar fucking eclipse? The Ayatollah of Iran. Like, the fuck? Like, the probabilities of all three of these leaders being born on a blood moon and or full eclipse is, it's astronomical. Like, this shit's crazy, man. So let's see what happens tonight or tomorrow. Like, maybe something goes down, but I think things are going to reverse a lot faster than people realize, and the bottom could be in, and or it's just going to come in on this next fear move down or whatever flash crash that I'm positive we're going to get some kind of wipe, some kind of flash crash is coming. Okay, I don't think people are going to get a 2021 accumulation zone. Just to recap what we talked about earlier, I think more likely we're going to get a flash crash and a move back up into the range that we're in now. I'm not putting my reputation. I'm not going to eat my underwear, but I'm pretty confident about this. And we're going to come back into this range, jiggle about before we go up. Okay, maybe you get something like that. I don't know how low it's going to be. Who knows what the scare is like. But I don't think they're going to give you a lot of time to buy this. And they're going to make it scary enough where enough people don't buy it. clears out all the longs, gets rid of the leverage. Everybody's happy, and then we fucking literally God candle, man. Blood moon. Same. What's so funny? Yeah, it's tonight. It's like 3 a.m, right? Why is that funny? Same old vision, blood moon tomorrow. The eclipse or whatever, right? 3-3. Why is no one talking about ISM? You guys are fucking hilarious because no one cares about the fucking ISM PMI. Okay, what do you want to tell me about it? What do you want to tell me, Daniel Tran, about the ISM PMI? What do you want to tell me? I could never look in that, and I'll outdo most people in terms of understanding the market. And I'll never even have to look at that fucking thing. PMI. Oh, okay. It ticked up. That's nice. So it's above 50. That's good. Oh, okay, good. We're at 52.4. Guys, Solana did a 30x while PMI was at a 46. Okay. Solana did a 30x, but PMI was down here. People waiting for PMI are going to miss opportunities. I promise you 100%. Okay. Okay, fine. Here would I go join your group? My wife gives me $10. Hey, where would I go to join? If wife, yeah, just click the join button just down below, man. And then links are at the top. When you guys join, you need to send me a screenshot of your members tab on Telegram, and I let you in the private members group. All right. It's really easy, super low stress. I know some people want to like pay outside YouTube. Maybe we'll come up with something in the future, but I want to catch the bottom of this market, and I want to be on top of putting all my time in that. I don't have that much, also logistics of running the channel and doing all this stuff. It is a lot. Now, I do answer questions, and I'm going to make private videos, so I know there may be another place to pay. Some people were adamant about wanting to not pay YouTube, but right now, let's just do it like that, and it's just easier for everybody right now. Somebody was like, I can't because of their region. I don't know if you're listening out there. Look, man, you can make a donation to like my... to the public address or something like that. And I don't want to do it every month because I don't want the logistics of dealing with that and like checking up. But you could do like 6 months or a year or something and make a donation, and then I let you in. We do something like that, man. You're gonna screw, like, PMI is cool, man. Like, like we all know it exists. It's trust me, you don't need to worry about it, man. You don't, okay? You just don't. And you're going to more likely get wrecked. Worry about it. And it's not the king of TA. If you told most people about that a few years ago, they wouldn't even know what the fuck it is. And people did just fine, okay? But there's nothing wrong with it. Of course, it shows when people have a lot of money, when M2V, which is velocity of money, is high and peaking, it's generally great for all risk assets. So in general, when PMI is doing well, you can make money. But why the fuck are you going to wait for that to get above 50 for you to make money? You need to make money now, all the time. Like, you missed a 30x on Solana. Why? Shouldn't you have gotten that? Like, you need to think, like, Bitcoin, $1 trillion asset, did an 8x. It didn't care about PMI. Solana doesn't care about PMI. A lot of assets don't care, and you need to think more like that. Like, where are the assets moving that don't give a fuck? Because that means those are strong assets. Okay, what I mean? And if you have to wait for all the plebs to be washed with capital for you to make money, it's going to lead to bad habits in your financial life, and it's going to make you a poor hunter in financial senses. You know what I mean? You need to be a good hunter regardless of if the guy next door to you is washed with cash or not. Okay? You can't make money if there are no dude, you sound brainwashed right now, brother. Like, I feel you. Okay, I don't want to get on a whole thing about this ISM thing, but it's a cool indicator, okay? But I promise you don't need to worry about it to make money. I promise you, okay? And I've been at some cool tables, some cool circles. I never heard anybody bring it up, okay? So I'm wrong. I'm trying to help you, man. But once again, like I said, there's nothing wrong with it. But there's a lot more things more important in the picture that are good. But once again, it's a great simpleton way to look at things. There's nothing wrong with it, especially if you're like, you know what, I just want to make money when all my neighbors are making money too. That would be like 2021 where everyone's just washed with cash. But that's coming. I think we're going to have that moment into 2029, where everyone's going to be, PMI will get back up above, where it's going to, go up, and cash will get out in some way. I don't know how they'll do it. Tax rebates, blah, blah, blah. They'll make sentiment really good. That also affects it too. So it'll come, and that's fine. And everyone will generally be making some money. But if you can catch things regardless, you're gonna be really good and very you're going to feel very confident about your skill set as a hunter in markets. And then, because it is player versus player, so you want an edge, right? Knowing where PMI is not an edge, man, okay? We're always looking for an edge, okay? We're always looking for, like, can we get to information for everybody else? Can I be ahead of what's coming? All right? And like I said, this whole cycle happened with PMI under 50, 52. Listen to me, what I just said. This whole cycle happened, the biggest, easiest stock market run in history of mankind, one of them happened with PMI under the numbers you're looking for. The easiest Bitcoin run in Bitcoin's history happened with PMI under 52, whatever the fuck number you're looking at, okay? Solana did a 30x, whatever, I can go on, okay? Because why? Because none of that shit that you're getting from, I don't know where you're getting these things from, none of them matter. They don't matter. Otherwise, none of these people would have been making money. They would have said, fuck it, PMI is too low. Okay. But once again, there's nothing wrong with it. It's great to use it in confluence with other things. Like, for example, as we're going into 2028, 29, this will be higher. You'll feel more confident. More people will be buying risk assets. You can go deeper down the risk curve, whatever it is. But you'll miss a ton of entries, man. You want to be hunting now regardless, right? But yeah, man. Wolf, you chat not so much. Lameo, you chat not so much. I don't understand what you're saying. Carry on, getting right. You don't make me cry. You're cherry picking cryptos that have gone up. Macro wise, all crypto will go up with the PMI. I just did buy Bitcoin during the bear market lows. You're cherry picking cryptos, bro. Bitcoin's not cherry picking. It's a huge fucking asset. Okay, it was unaffected. PMI is generally higher up around Shemitahs. Okay. You'll see you're wrong. I don't think you understand a word I said, Dr. Pegger. I didn't say anything wrong at all, not even remotely. Amazon's goodbye right now. The Ironclad, join the channel and come to the TA video request. It's going to be tomorrow. Okay, I'll answer any anything you want to look at. Amazon, Meta, Atropa, PTGC, whatever, man. We can look at whatever. Peacock, yeah, we did Peacock, I think, last member stream. And all the prior videos are still online, so anybody can do it, right? And it's very inexpensive. I kept it really simple. I just needed a way to make sure not like anyone can just tune in and get like strong alpha when liquidity and volume and market caps are so low. Nukes are fake like everything. And it's Baal. Nukes are fake. Oh yeah, there's some truth that like the nukes aren't quite as nuke as we think they are. What was the reason mentioned for staying away from RH? Cookie. This guy. Well, I don't know what he knew. I think he just looked at the charts and he didn't like it. He didn't like the hex chart, and I don't know how much he knew about RH. I never quite got into it because I could tell he was like very like don't bring that shit up, dude, kind of like vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like very like why are you fucking around with that? You're a smart kid. Like, you know, like he was an old guy. He's an old guy, man. He's like been around forever. He like knows Wall Street like the back of his hand, and kind of grouchy, very grouchy fucking guy. And like he was very like, you know, like dismissive, like ugh, like, you know, like, so I didn't push him too much about like, oh, tell me why you don't and what are the reasons. When I did ask more, he just kind of ignore it, but he was kind of like, yeah, for him it was obvious, like the shit he saw, right? And it doesn't mean forever. I think he meant this cycle, you know, as well. He's like, I don't see anything good in these charts. Like, stay the fuck away. And maybe he didn't like Richard, or maybe he knew more about him than I realized. Maybe he's met him. I don't know. Like, more people have met, you know, from back in the day, especially a lot of these older guys that used to go to like a lot of events. Maybe he's met him. I don't know. You know, but yeah, I mean, he was right, man. You know, I didn't do well, you know, this cycle, but now it's over, and I think the next one's starting faster than we realize. Bitcoin monthly is also indicated by Bitcoin lows and also altcoins. Teddy, can you see it on showing the button? First year membership included for your live stream tomorrow. Yes, Tripod. All memberships get into the TA videos. Yeah. The difference is the higher tier membership, you can request your private altcoins, and then obviously you get first, you know, questions answered thoroughly, and also like, you know, I pretty much answer all the top tier members first, and then I go to the members, and if I have time, I drop into the other Telegram and I'll check it out. This guy, Dr. Pegger. Yes, we know what ISM is. Warren Buffett, I'm sure he uses it, but he probably doesn't use it the way that you think he uses it. It's the most reliable tool you have for what, dude? Don't want to sound like broken. My man, I just want to be clear with you that while the TSI has been here between April 23 and October 25, I have a friend who bought a G-Wagon, another friend who just bought a house in Portugal, a mansion. I have fucking pictures of it. People have retired while the PMI was under your number 50. Okay, so it's a great thing to look at, especially for plebs who don't understand what they're talking about. It's a wonderful kind of like talking point, you know, to help people feel good. Like, you know, there's nothing wrong with it, but you don't need it to make money, man. Okay, you don't need it to make money. As a matter of fact, it shouldn't have that much an effect. Depends what you're doing. Obviously, if you're getting into little altcoins and you're waiting for the average person to start gambling on altcoins, sure. But you probably want to be in the strong projects that are kind of unaffected by it, to tell you the truth. Now, we had some different things in terms of there was, you know, Richard had a case, SEC, wanted by blah, blah, blah. It wasn't as cut and dry. You know, I think short of all that, he probably could have performed regardless of PMI. But, yeah, you know, once again, there's nothing wrong with it, but it's not going to help you the way you think it is, man. Like, I'm just trying to help you, bro. But what do I know? What do I know? What the fuck do I know? You guys hit the like button. You know, I'll be honest. I think I've learned. I've been really grateful that I've gotten to like learn some of the stuff I have from really what I think is one of like the smartest TA guys in the world, and he's never brought up ISM or PMI. I've been at some pretty big tables before, man. Because like I said, I'm not going to go into my life story, but I need some pretty interesting people on Wall Street, like people whose names you might know, just out of default from like, you know, being young in my early 20s and having a friend circle, and then those people just happen to go on to like great things and be like, what the fuck, that's my boy. And I've never in my life a conversation heard that, or on the floor of an exchange or on a hedge fund, or anyone ever bring it up. But it's nothing wrong with it. It's cool, man. It's great to like map out the general health barometer of like the health of the average person in the market conditions right now. Obviously PMI is down, it's shitty. PMI is up, it's good. But for you as a trader, or you know, we're not technically traders but investors here, you're not so concerned. But if you were to just pull out and take like a macro general thing, you could say that, okay, fine, man, hopefully things you bought when the PMI was low will perform good when the PMI is up. But you know, or risk assets are going to do good. But generally that's true. I mean, risk assets are going to do when that's up. But there's a lot of other reasons why too, right? This is just a general thing. But it's heading up. It's good. We're on the 3-month. You guys see it? So this is good. I think that gambling season is coming for the average person, which is good. These are lined up generally with Shemitahs. You see this as last time it was up here, it was high. The next one's 7 years later, so it's going to be 2028. So you can expect, a really strong PMI reading up here, okay? This will be, I don't know how this is going to get up there, but whatever it does, this is going to be an amazing time to be trading altcoins and selling high-risk assets for sure. Okay, that is a Shemitah year. The next Shemitah year will be here, 2035, right here. Okay, so that'll be your next one, and you can expect PMI to come down somewhere in here. Okay, yeah, there's nothing wrong with PMI. Okay, nice. But yeah, I guess you should join, guys. Mr. St. Wolf on Instagram. You guys should come check it out. I was manipulated balance indicators BS to me. Yeah, I more agree with Inc. in the sense, like, I don't really care about it. It doesn't affect me. I also don't believe in altcoin season. So whatever that is to you guys, I just don't believe in it. I don't think it matters. I think if there is one, it's going to be very different in the future. Though I do think in Shemitah years, things are always generally like euphoric and wonderful. So everything's just going to be like, good opportunities and shit like that. But really, you got to like I'm sorry, like this area here, with people who are like too dumb to understand, like this was one of the easiest times to make money in the stock market and Bitcoin right there. Okay. So it shouldn't matter to you where this is. It really shouldn't, but you do you, man. I want to go look really quick at, see if we've got anything important really quick for a wrap up here. It's coming. Yeah, the weekly MACD on Hex. That's what we were just looking at. Cross. Looking good. Yo, is this real? Is that AI? Did this just happen? If you're trading off an indicator, you're crazy. Nice. What's it? Oh. That's Florida. Is that Florida? Well, I don't know where that is. That's Florida. How do you fuck that up, dude? There's not even a hill. It's just... What are you doing? Oh, man. Yeah. What the fuck is this shit? Putin has just announced an entire new arsenal of hypersonic nuclear missiles capable of clearing an entire state the size of New York. He also said he's ready for a war with Donald Trump. No, he didn't. Did he? What the fuck? Iran is claiming that Iran will launch a wave of 300 missiles on Israel, the U.S., and its allies in the coming hours. No place would be safe from hiding for the enemies of Iran, said, showing the Burj Khalifa and famous buildings as potential targets. What? Are you for real? Hey, is this for real? Yeah, Daniel, that's correct. This is a very broad projection of the crypto market, or any market. It's very broad. That's why I tell you guys, because you guys are in very specific things. You need to focus a little bit more tighter. But I'm not. I try my best to bring as much light for you guys as possible. But yeah, it's just a broad projection. And if you use it in Confluence, it gives you some information, which is cool. It's not for the kind of things we're into. I just don't. I think there's other things you need to focus on. That's all it is. Iran coming up with the smoke. Is this real? Is this all happening? Or is this fake? I can't even tell anymore, man. Are they firing on Israel right now? What is it? This is one we saw earlier. Yeah. Yeah, let's see what happens. Exactly, right? Like, I don't even know what the fuck. Like, even this thing where we were reading here where they posted that Iran said, oh, where'd it go? Fuck, we lost it. Iran said they were going to launch. Like, I don't even know if that's real, you know? Oh, you got to be kidding me. Is that real? See, fuck it. I don't even know what's real anymore. That could be real, actually. This looks pretty real. No, it's not real. Because he wouldn't have done that. He would have just froze. I wouldn't get up. I would just stay there. No, it's not real. It's not real. If that happened, you're sitting there at campfire and the bear like sniffed you and kissed you and kind of just was like waddling around, I wouldn't move. I'd be frozen. I would just be like, okay, he didn't eat me. I'm certainly not going to get up and risk startling him. Internet was great for AI. Israel got the boom boom. Richard said, Inc., that's correct. Richard could 10x the price tomorrow and your PMI could be at 0. Like, 100% correct. 100%, man.
We've been through some crazy shit for the airport. A bit hard to predict. I'm like an engineer, strategy person. I like to always...
That's so cool. Wow. Big wave coming soon. That's true. Although this is a cool picture. Finland. Finland wins what? What is going on? Oh, what is this? The heck? I don't know, man. All that seems unnecessary. What the fuck's that going on there? Dude, I would not be happy if I was on a passenger flight and ballistic missiles were fucking soaring around. Maybe they need to change course. That's fucking freaky, man. That is freaky. Let's see. Croatian president withdraws all Croatian troops from Iraq and Lebanon after banning military relations with Israel and the use of Croatia as a base for attack on motherland Iran. I think that's smart, right? He doesn't want his country to get involved, and the next thing you know, Iran's launching missiles at fucking Croatia, right? Like, yeah, a lot of people have been saying Trump's not looking good. Look, man, he is old. Yeah, he could be sick or something. You know, imagine the amount of stress this guy carries. It's amazing he's able to pull off what he does, but yeah, he definitely doesn't look great. It's what's to be expected. People are saying prices are going up. That's normal. Let's see.
Now let's look at the Israelis, okay? The Israelis and the Americans seem to be allies in this war. But the reality is the Americans and the Israelis have divergent interests. America is the global hegemon.
Member stream
Therefore,
is tomorrow night.
It wants to be
Tuesday
able
nights.
to balance forces in the Middle East.
I don't know if we're going to be alive tomorrow.
Yes, it supports Israel right now, but if Israel were to become too powerful over time, then the Americans would start to back Saudi Arabia, Turkey, Egypt, okay? The Americans must maintain balance of power in the Middle East. The Israelis, on the other hand, want to be the dominant hegemon in the Middle East. There's something called the Greater Israel Project that among certain circles in Israel, is an extremely influential idea. Okay, and the idea is very simple. They believe that in the Bible, Yahweh, their God, gave the promised land to Abraham. That's a covenant. The promised land, though, extends from the Nile to the Euphrates. That basically the entire Middle East is supposed to be what Yahweh promised Abraham. And there's a fanatical faction within the Israeli government that seeks to accomplish the promised land. And of course, if that were the case, then the main adversaries to this project would not be the Iranians or the Saudis. It would actually be the Americans, okay? Because to accomplish the Greater Israel project, then Israel needs to remove America from the Middle East. So how can Israel do this? Well, let's just say, just hypothetically speaking, the Americans were to invade Iran with ground troops. And they're stuck there for years and years, and they get nowhere. Now the American empire collapses. The American people revolt against the invasion of Iran. They refuse to serve. They burn their draft cards, as they did in Vietnam. There's civil chaos. There's an emerging civil war in America. And now the American military is forced to retreat from the Middle East. What would happen in that situation? Well, the moment that the American empire dies, the Empire of Israel is born. Why? Because controlling the Middle East, the American military controlling the Middle East, is called CENTCOM, Central Command.
True.
They have bases, they have weapons, they have soldiers. If the American nation were to retreat from the Middle East, it does not mean the American military goes away. All it means is the American military will now become absorbed into the nation state of Israel, making Israel the de facto hegemon of the Middle East. Okay? That's the long-term play of Israel. It does Israel absolutely no good to defeat Iran. They need to both defeat Iran and America. The best way to do that is to entangle both into a war that will destroy the militaries of both nations. Okay? That's the optimal strategy for Israel. And that requires the Israelis to persuade the Americans to use ground troops to invade Iraq.
Wow. Okay, so that guy's a professor. What's his name? Professor Chan. He's genius. He teaches at a university. He's like a genius at like game theory and here's the name, Professor Zhang Zhenqing, right here, Professor Zhang. He has a channel, Predictive History, on YouTube. Amazing guy. I'm gonna do more reaction videos to some of his work because what he's explained in that video, I don't think a lot of people understand, but I think it's very true and very accurate. Okay. That's why the predictions, if you've seen some of the crazy stuff, was that America goes into this war and loses, and because it's in the interest of Israel for it to lose. It makes a lot of sense when the way he explains it. Because they want control of a whole region to expand, right? Right now they're a tiny little place. They have to secure a huge area. But they've literally got, San Francisco on their side to do it. It's Palantir and everybody, right? Oh, and I think Inc 4TW is correct. Trade the market you have, not the market you want. Because somebody says like it shows a broad crypto market future, Daniel. And Inc is 100% correct. I can tell you that with unequivocally. Okay, you don't know the future of crypto over an indicator, bro. And I understand what you want to be true, but you don't have enough information to know that. Okay, so I got to say, Inc is very correct on ways explaining, and the way he's explaining to you is absolutely fair and very correct there, right? I don't have any misinfo on it, bro. I know what it is, and I know what it does. Outrageous. All right, a little bit of ducks. Cool you guys down. This is real. This is not AI. It's like some enjoy the ducks. This is Japan. I want to go to Japan so bad. Japan just seems amazing. Obama just lawyered up, and now we know why. Barack Hussein has retained a team of 9 criminal defense attorneys, not civil, not advisory criminal. The same man who told you hope and change is now preparing for a federal grand jury subpoena expected by March 7th. Fuck. That's what I was just talking about earlier. Obama in 2016 sent $150 billion and $1.7 billion in physical cash, pallets of money loaded into unmarked cargo planes in the middle of the night. He told you it was for a nuclear deal. It wasn't. The DOJ files released yesterday show that $2.3 billion of Epstein's network ran through Iranian banks, Deutsche Bank, JP Morgan, and Bank Mali Iran, a state-owned bank under Obama's nuclear deal exemptions. Obama didn't pay Iran to stop enriching uranium. He paid Iran to store the evidence. The server farm, the blackmail tapes, financial records all moved to Tehran between 2016 and 2019 on Obama's watch through Obama's channels with Obama's money. Huh? Trump just sent the military to recover it. Now Obama needs 9 lawyers. This is deep. I don't think I can handle going deep into this. Maybe you guys can look into this. Wow, this is heavy stuff, man. This is a whole new rabbit hole. A whole new rabbit hole opened up here, guys. That's not real. Is it? We don't even know anymore. What's going on? Okay, so Dubai Airport is now open, finally. Okay, first flights are leaving out of there. Okay. So that's nice. Look at this. Paul White, Gold Eagle, the greatest wealth transfer in human history is about to happen. I'm with him. Kind of like what I was explaining to you guys about God candles coming. It's what I see. Okay, I don't know if it's right, but he's saying it here, so we're getting some confluence. Greatest wealth transfer in human history. I think we're close, guys. I think we're closer than people realize. Somi just posted. This is from 19 hours ago. What do you say? Third blood moon. Yeah, it's coming up. In the past Bitcoin history, we go up after the third blood moon. Sometimes we rank by bottom events, such as FTX slap. Yeah, great. Exactly what we were talking about. This is it. We're going to get maybe something, maybe a flash crash, and then up only. Okay. And the event could take 2 days. It could last over a week or two, but you guys be ready. Pay attention. Don't get scared. I think he's correct. Because the best time to lock people out is with fear, right? A lot of people, once again, maybe they're waiting for the PMI, maybe they're waiting for good times, they're waiting for sentiment. They're going to be left behind, okay? The time is going to be around now in this pain, in this fear. Probably when this happens, the ISM will dip down as well. People will want to look away. They won't buy. It'll be the time to buy. It'll be when the opportunity is the best, all right? That's a direct energy weapon. The iron beam. Nice. All right.
Government is sort of trapped by the Israelis. Jeffrey Epstein is one of them.
I just talked about this earlier. We were talking about this, how they're all compromised. Okay. I'll save this. Maybe I'll do a reaction video just on what this guy has to say. I don't want to go down that rabbit hole right now. But we talked about that, right?
There.
And he's saying American government is trapped by the Israelis. Epstein was one of the tools to trap them. Yep, everyone, they're all compromised in some way. Because if they're not, they've been taken out. So you need to understand that, okay? Everyone who's not compromised or they took them out. Over the last few weeks, or the last couple months, they've been taken out. Either they fell off a balcony, they were killed in a traffic stop, they were just literally, Mr. Kirk just killed right in front of everybody. So it didn't matter. If they weren't on board, they've already been taken out. So everyone you see working, they're somehow in it. Are they being double agents or not? Some people are saying that Trump is playing two sides. I don't know. It's possible. Either way, they're all compromised. This is kind of a cool picture. It's pretty neat. Crazy. What does it mean? Here we go. PMI. PMI is 52. In previous cycles, a rising PMI was led to a violent alt season. This is only the start. Yeah, we talked about that. Yeah. Side has to. Okay. Wow. That's going to be a busy time here. Dude, this girl's going viral as fuck. Guys, there's so many. I don't know if the people who were really negative about Paul Shane have left or what happened to them, but I don't know how you could stick around this long and now start trashing Paul Shane and Richard Hart. Doesn't make any sense to me. I am so fucking bullish about Paul Shane and this ecosystem. It's fucking crazy. If anything, just for the gains. Like, it's going to be just an opportunity of the lifetime. Even if you don't know the tech and you don't care about what's being built with, I think, a privacy wallet's coming and ProveX, which I think is super fucking cool. Just, if you don't even care about that, just a financial opportunity, the upside is going to be amazing. You know what I mean? It's going to be really cool. So I can't believe the people that have been bailing out, have been saying dumbass shit on X. This is cool. I mean, people that are really smart put together like movements and stuff, and then quickly make trades on it. Like he saw it 9 minutes for CNN.
Against innocent civilians, you see the difference. The tyrants of Tehran target civilians. We target the tyrants of Tehran to protect civilians. I've said for many years that they threaten not only Israel and not only America. They chant death to Israel, death to America. That's their ultimate target. But I said that they would also target those in between, that they would target Europe. They did. And if this regime, this terrorist regime of the kind we've never seen in the world, if they get nuclear weapons and the means to deliver them, ballistic missiles, intercontinental ballistic missiles, they will threaten all of humanity. So we set out to protect ourselves.
I'm walking behind a really pretty girl. She's going to be worried. She can probably hear my slightly weightier, masculine footsteps. Maybe I should run and overtake her so she knows I'm not following her. No, she'll think I'm running to attack her. I'll slow down. No, that'll spook her. I'll stop altogether. No, people will think I'm lurking. Oh, shit. What will I do?
I'm not the stalker!
My God.
Hey.
I'm walking behind.
This guy looks familiar. Is this the guy from, Wait, why is this guy so familiar? This is old. Yeah, it's familiar. If you're wondering why UK has gone insane, I have an answer. Mold. World War II started when all the planets are aligned in a Mercury retrograde during Lent and Ramadan in the first weeks of the Chinese New Year. World War III starting. Okay. Possibly, yeah.
Like, who is the psychopath and who is compromised sexually? Do you understand what I'm saying? So the reason I bring this up, back around.
Serbian president supports Iran. Well, you know, a lot of these people are very close within Rocket. So they're trying to be politically, keep relations good, right? The Hobbit actor. No, but he was in something else. Was it just The Hobbit? The UK office. Yes, I think that's where I know him from. Time does feel like it's speeding up.
Daha nice asırlar boyunca İranlı kardeşlerimizle yan yana sulh sükun için.
All right, that's good. Gen Z does not understand that the economy used to be so good that if you had a roommate, people genuinely thought you might be gay. That's kind of funny. Oh, that's sad for them, right? Yeah, the office guy. Yeah, the office guy. Yeah. That's where I know him from. Yeah, the guy ended up being pretty successful, huh? So it turns out Pakistan doesn't have nukes either. No one does. They don't exist. That's good news, but I find it so strange that when people get angry when they find out nukes aren't real. Yeah, this has been a big date. Owen Benjamin. Why does that name sound familiar? Owen Benjamin. I don't know. Yeah, so nukes are like not real, apparently. What? Silver price is crashing. Good. You know, like we were looking at the charts earlier, that's good because we want silver to be topped out. We want it to be crashing because everything we looked at going back to 1980, silver topping and crashing preceded massive bull runs. Okay. Already March we cooked. Time on rocket fuel. Anyone else feel a time? Yeah.
For this, I want you to know that I.
Okay. Chill. Somebody said something. Time is speeding up. So, it does feel like time is speeding up. Okay. And a lot of it is because a lot of the structures that make up culture. So what makes up culture? I mean, you got your language, you got your food, you've got religion, you've got community, you've got, family, networks, like close, tight networks that were close by. A lot of those things are breaking down. A lot of them have been breaking down. Okay. And as those break away, you kind of go into like a type of free fall. Okay. And it feels like things are speeding up because you're more vulnerable now. Okay. Because those structures, those the lamentation or all those layers of culture, they gave you structure, okay, and a place to be between, and those are gone, okay, and they're breaking apart, and they're doing that for a reason. So it absolutely feels like things are speeding up, and then you're being bombarded with incredible. On top of that, now you're being bombarded with like unbelievable amount of information. Look, we started this video. I was like, I'm just gonna Doomscroll X to like find news about Iran and see if we can see what's going on. And how much news have we covered? Just imagine, like we probably covered in this stream the amount of news that somebody would have taken, maybe 2 years of reading newspapers or 1 year of reading newspapers, like your grandpa reading a newspaper every fucking morning. We've probably covered that much news that he covered in 1 year. We covered it in like last 2 or 3 hours. And that adds to that if you don't have your mind in the right place. Like this is sometimes it's kind of depressing. Like sometimes when I'm like putting together a show or really quick and I have to like scroll through and grab like some clips, I'm doom scrolling already, and I'm like, it's like that feeling of what's the world coming to? Like it's just fucking insane, right? Or like here's a random thing. This is in my For You page. Like we were looking at Iran stuff, mostly a lot of war, and then this popped up. I don't know what this is. I'm just gonna play it randomly, right? What is this? What is she saying? What's stopping modern women from looking like this? Okay, this is kind of hot, actually. I thought it was going to be like some complaining video. But you know, that's funny. That didn't prove my point, but the point is, like, it's just random like stuff, right? A lot of it's dark and like weird. I don't know what's going on here either. That one popped up earlier. Iran gave a new crush. Oh, this girl's going viral. She's so famous now. Oh, she is pretty hot. Every Iranian TikToker girl is like going viral now. Oh, I can't play this. That's awesome. Good for her, man. None of these are proving my point. Now I'm getting nonstop like this kind of stuff. But yeah, man, a lot of it's just like, you know, you know too much now, like the world of everything going on, right? And most of it's like pretty dark and creepy. Like obviously we had like a bunch of hot girls in a row, but generally like when you're doom scrolling here, a lot of it's just, you know, like this or like fucking, you know, just dark, weird, crazy shit, right? We have the Epstein thing nonstop, you know. You know, actually all these Iranian TikTok girls are actually making us feel better, but for the last couple weeks, especially, it's been fucking gnarly on Twitter, right? So you combine that with the collapse of all these structures of your culture, and we've lost the feeling of time. We're in a feeling of free fall. Okay, it's a feeling of free fall with nothing to catch us, right? Like, I mean, we just found out they're eating kids and stuff, right? Like some of us kind of knew some of that, right? But it's a lot for our psyches to handle. Like I know, like as people, we've learned to be tough and we can handle a lot of stuff. But trust me, at a spiritual level, at an energy field, your psyche is literally like fragmenting and freaking out in a lot of ways from all these things. Okay, this bombardment is crazy. Okay, that we're experiencing. Right. But it's just nonstop like you're on TikTok now. Oh, that's good. Iran's going to be the next like destination. They stabilize it. What do they call it for the passport bros? They're all on their way. That's awesome. This guy says 10 days of darkness coming. Oh, and not to mention all the doomsday stuff, right? There's so much like doomsday stuff. Shit. Come on. Power goes out, phones go dark, the monsters cry for mercy. I don't know what's going to happen tonight or what's it. So, wait a minute. Today's the 2nd, so that means the eclipse is in a few hours, correct? No, a few hours. No. For you guys, East Coast, it's actually, it's still a ways. So I'm going to get up in the morning and maybe I can start streaming and catch what's being posted about the eclipse.
With ADHD.
For the blood moon ritual.
Okay, I'll play this and, oh man, there's so much good stuff.
There is no such thing as democracy.
Oh, you guys, this guy's awesome. So somebody was asking me recently, like, is there a good Orthodox? I think it was Money Gang Crypto. I think this guy's a good guy, but I don't think it's like that religious, but let's see what he has to say.
There is no such thing as its freedom. There is no such thing as democracy. Please.
I'm not going to be able to handle this video if they're going to make those noises.
I beg you.
World War III began in 2020. We're just programmed to believe that mandating experimental injections isn't an act of war. Okay. Assuming it was an emergency. Oh, you got to be kidding me. Is this real? So it says a group of people doing CrossFit ran past a restaurant, and diners who saw them while they're eating thought it was an emergency, and they all jumped up and ran away with the CrossFit. That's awesome. Okay, so here they come. No. Servers are like, what the fuck? Every table is fucking... That's awesome. All right, let's listen to this one. It's relevant what we were talking about, I guess. Let's hear what they say. Okay. Ready? This is from Donut. I follow Donut. It's pretty cool.
the eclipse. These blood moon
Okay, let's watch this, and then we're going to wrap up soon. I think this one's going to be interesting. And I'm going to try to stream during the eclipse, maybe. Or, like, I think whatever's going to happen is going to happen tomorrow in the day anyway. Well, we don't know. We don't fucking know. But everybody, smash the like button. Thanks for tuning in. You guys know to go to Mr. St. Wolf on Instagram. But more importantly, if you guys want TA videos on all the altcoins that are going to make you like thousands of X's, you need to click the join button down below. Every Tuesday night we do an altcoin video. I may do two, but a week, but we'll see. And then you get access to the private Telegram as well. So click join down below. All the links are also at the top. But go to Mr. St. Wolf on Instagram because I'm going to post alpha on there for cool altcoins when we turn around here. Maximum eclipse is 6:33 on the East Coast. Okay. 6:33 a.m. EST. Yeah, man. Good seeing you guys. All right, let's watch this one. And smash the like button, of course. Links are here.
rituals is something I've been talking about, where there's this 3-day window of energy for sacrifices to go down. The 33 eclipse. Kamani killed the Ayatollah.
Oh, I didn't even... 3-3. Fucking 33. Something's going down.
The head of the snake. As March 3rd's approaching, where we're going to see the impossible sunrise and total lunar eclipse appear at the same time on 3-3. And these astrological alignments are very important for big things to happen on the world stage on February 28th. Planetary alignment that happened on February 28th, Khamenei was killed on February 28th. This is huge breaking news, and it happened on a huge planetary alignment in 2026, how 6 planets after sunset align, and we're coming up onto this blood moon eclipse. But was the Ayatollah the blood moon sacrifice? Because there is this 3-day window. I think something even bigger could keep on popping off, whether that's celebrities like One Direction, full moon ritual of Liam Payne. One Direction.
Wait, what? Former One Direction singer Liam Payne found dead at Buenos Aires hotel. He fell from a balcony? Oh, but that was like a while back.
He died, just like Sophie died taking a picture of the moon. Deaths that are surrounded with these full moon eclipse go all the way back to the ancient days. The CERN sacrifice took place on a solar eclipse. And the guy who came up with the God particle of CERN, they turned on CERN during this eclipse and he dies. So I'm looking out for Kim Jong-un still, because it was in the predictive programming. Maybe after this regime change is complete, it'll move to more focus on South Korea and North Korea. This is also crazy that the 911 connection of Trump, this went down on the 11th day of the 9th month. This went down, February 28th was 9/11. It was literally 9/11 in the Islamic calendar. And we're coming up on Purim, but this correlates to a lot of the stuff that's in scriptures as well, with Haman. As we've entered the horse year, we left the snake year. Today's March. March is very connected to war and Mars. March is Mars. It is war. And March 13th is a day to look out for. It's the 72nd day. Proclamation in America for the lockdowns happened on March 13th. And the Ides of March. What is the Ides of March? That's when there was a conspiracy against Julius Caesar. He was stabbed 23 times. When people say you're a conspiracy theorist or something like that and make fun of you, they don't understand that conspiracy happened all the time. America, she was founded because of a conspiracy. Julius Caesar on the Ides of March, when the Oscars are going to be going down this year on the Ides of March. He was stabbed 23 times on March 15th. And it's connected to money. When I was looking at this, The Economist magazine was showing Trump setting fire with oil to the cash. But here's some other connections to money, 9/11, and full moons with the cryptocurrency markets. Because we've been looking and documenting the blood moon rituals for over 5-6 years now, since the lockdowns. And Luna, which means the moon, collapsed, Terra Luna, and it dropped 9/11. Terra Luna was at 119, 9/11, and then it crashed on the blood moon. Matthew Perry, he died on the eclipse as well. That was a huge sacrifice. Here's one more eclipse connected to market crashes that I predicted. At Davos this year, the year of the water, I said that the markets were going to have turbulence. It happened like a couple days after, where there was this big crash.
Damn. Well, it's certainly not going to be a boring next few days. So everybody pay attention. You guys are amazing. Smash the like button. Hopefully I see you guys in the private TA video. So click join down below, and we'll see you guys soon. Night, everybody.